Hi, Bon. Vanakkam. Assalamu alaikum. I am Sunil Jayanthan Avaratna, Director General of NIE. Can you hear me? If you can hear, please type yes. If you cannot hear, please type no. Thank you. Yes, you know. Huh? Okay. Good. So today we are going to talk about education reforms. We'll share my education reforms and transforms and way forward is the lecture. So we can discuss. Honorable Minister, as I told you last time also. So today we go on English because there are Tamil students, Sinhala students as well, English medium as well. So this is the first time we are doing this kind of lecture online for the whole 7,000. Therefore, we will do it in English, but I will explain in Sinhala and Tamil if possible, if you want. But let's see, try to understand. Make a translation. So not reforms, but transform. Honorable Minister Dr. Sushil Premajayantha always telling in his speeches, now we need a transformation of education, not reform. So what is the difference between transformation and reforms? The reform is an incremental change which shift one or two subjects or two topics here and there, and some kind of small changes. But in case of transformation, we should do drastic total changes. Api godak transformation waladi karanne drastic changes. Do you understand these slides? Please tell me, Sinhala medium students. I can do Singlish, but in case of Tamil students, what do you think? Can you understand my English? Or do you need a translation while I'm doing this kind of presentation? Any response? Yes. Okay. If yes, so we will continue. Then I'm happy that you all are good in English too, because that's a very important thing. Okay. Right. So we'll continue in English. Whenever possible, I'll tell in Sinhala also, but sorry, I cannot say in Tamil, but if you want, there's our madam, she will tell in Tamil whenever needed. So you can tell us. So transformation is the key, not the reform, but transformation. I will tell you why. So today our education system faces many issues. You know that. I am not going to waste your time, so you can understand. So Education 4.0. So Education 4.0 is a technique of learning that is connected with fourth industrial revolution. Now you you have to find out what is fourth industrial revolution. So now you don't have to worry. You go to the internet, Google or Chat GPT, you type Education 4.0 or fourth industrial revolution. So now we are in actually fifth industrial revolution. But let's focus on Education 4.0 or fourth industrial revolution. So fourth industrial revolution and focuses on transforming the future of education through advanced technology and automation. Now you can see I'm talking to 7,000 students using Zoom and YouTube, and you can listen to me and you can communicate with me through these channels. So these are transformation of education, right? In future, maybe all the 240,000 teachers might listen to us through this. Smart technology, artificial intelligence, and robotics are part of this industrial revolution. So there are many things I will explain. What is fourth industrial revolution? So especially artificial intelligence, Kritima Buddhi, robotics, and various other things are there in this revolution. So how are you going to use this new technology for education? So if you don't do this, we get outdated. So I hope you understand. So now we are talking about fifth industrial revolution. Fifth IR. The fifth industrial revolution or 5IR encompasses the notion of harmonious human-machine collaboration. Now I'm using a video camera, I'm using a laptop, I'm using Zoom, I'm using YouTube, and even simultaneous translation in future. Our IT director, Mohan, is trying to make it possible when I tell in English, maybe you get the Tamil translation also online or text, maybe in some time single also. So we will try that also. But fifth industrial revolution, main thing is harmonious human-machine collaboration. So machine cannot dominate or human cannot dominate, so it's a harmony. So specific focus on well-being of the multiple stakeholders. So with the Parshavala Subhasadhari Sada, we have to use technology, especially the society, the companies, employees, customers, etc. So now I will explain what is fifth industrial revolution, fourth industrial revolution, 3, 2, 1. So first industrial revolution started in 1750. Steam engine. First industrial revolution. First industrial started in 1750. You can calculate how many years before. Then it was there for 100 years until 1850. We went on a steam engine. Still you can see steam railways, Gallanguru coach, right? Steam power units somewhere. So later on, exactly 100 years later, we found electricity. It took 100 years to find, innovate electricity. As soon as we found electricity, the second industrial revolution started. Even now, today, if you don't have power, I cannot talk to you. You cannot use this laptop or smartphone, right? So I am using the electricity, right? We talk. So electricity did a huge revolution in our society. Therefore, we call it second industrial revolution. විදුලි බලය සොයා ගැනීමත් එක්ක අපි දැවැන්ත වෙනසකට ලක් වුණා. So it was in 1850. But it took 80 more years to get the third industrial revolution. So steam engine, electricity power, third industrial revolution is the computer. They invented computer, first computer, 1930, right? Then after 80 years of using electricity, we found the computer, and now we are using the computer. Now I am talking to you using the computer. Even in your smartphone, you have a computer. But those days, the computer was huge, big, right? I can remember I was in Japan nearly 10 years. They brought kind of transistor from America to Tohoku University and made the first computer in a huge room. Right now, you can find a computer on your palm top. Even in your phone, you find a computer. Likewise, so we use the electricity and combine with the computer, and the third industrial revolution came in 1930. So 1930 to 2000, 70 years it took. Now you all understand what happened in 2000. We found the internet, we found the Wi-Fi, 4G, all these new technologies we invented, right? Smartphone, all this came in 2000. So robotics, by combining electricity, computers, and the other electronic media, the fourth industrial revolution started. So it went only 20 years, right? So fourth industrial revolution prevailed only 20. So you can see 100 years, 80 years, then 70 years, now only 20 years. So now in 2020, we came to the fifth industrial revolution because man and machine should work together harmoniously, as I told you, right? Now you understand what is the meaning of first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Now please tell me, our present education system is matching with which industrial revolution? Our present education system is matching with third industrial revolution. In other words, we need education 4.0, but we are still on education 3.0 or sometime maybe 2.0. So now we should jump to the fourth and fifth. That is the education reform we needed, but we call it transformation of education. That's our Honorable Minister's vision. Can understand? You understand my English? Yes, Kela. If you have any problems, so we can help you. Other than that, we can go. One guilty. Okay, one of our guilty. Yes. Thank you. You all are good. I'm happy. So you all are graduates. You all are willing to learn in English, because in future, if you cannot use English, there's no future. So in future, the students are much better than us. So if you don't learn English, right? What happened? Yes, thank you very much. I'm happy. You all are willing to learn English also. And through this, you learn English, you learn education, you learn many things. And you can go to the internet and learn anything through this. Thank you very much for your support, because this is what we need. Otherwise, we cannot change the education. No matter Tamil, Sinhala, English-speaking people, we should learn in English. I think both Tamil and Sinhala students are willing to learn in English. So you can learn English as well. And in future, if you want to become a principal or zonal director, a ESA, director, or anyone else, so you need English. I'm happy that you are flexible and you understand my English because you are young people. Okay, thank you. So UNESCO also talk in the same language, right? UNESCO say transformative education involving the teaching and learning geared to motivate and empower learners to take informed decisions and action at the individual, community, and global level. Now you understand what I was telling. This transformative education involves the teaching and learning geared to motivate and empower learners to take informed decisions and action at the individual, community, and global level. So even UNESCO is talking about the transformation of education. So then you understand why we are talking. So same UNESCO is talking about the policy, curricula, pedagogy, and assessment, learning environment. So we have to have a policy. Now you understand government has decided to reform or transform the education. Then our curriculum, the pedagogy or teaching learning, and the assessment. Vibhakrama. We're going to change, and the learning environment. So all these things are going to be changed. There are many things I'm not going to say. See, you can see one of my students, group of students, group 5, presented this 21st century education. Right. So in future, you also should do this kind of presentation using your knowledge. So we will not teach. And yes, thank you. I'm seeing your responses also now. My technical team is very effective. So they showed me what you are writing to me. So aspect of 21st century education, right? Is the group 5 members who was at PIM did this. These are the members. Shiva Jnana Rutraja Amudu Wage, like this. So I should give that credit to them. Kalpage, etc. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 people jointly did this presentation. Now you can understand, in future, we will not teach. You have to learn and do the presentation. Then you learn how to learn using the keywords. Then you get together and make presentations, and you learn English as well. So these are the content they presented. 21st century education. These are the keywords I gave. I am giving you the keywords for our lecturers. 21st century skills, 21st century school, principal, teacher, student, curriculum, teaching and learning, assessment, again, alpha generation, learning pyramid, etc. So can anyone go to the Google and find out what is alpha generation or generation alpha? Let's see the capability of that. Anyone can go to the Google and type generation alpha, learning pyramid, Bloom's taxonomy, fourth industrial revolution, education 4.0, authentic learning, blended learning, collaborative learning, problem-based learning, inquiry-based learning, or active learning, deeper learning. So same words I'm going to use in my lecture, but this is not prepared by myself. I gave this only these words, keywords. Students are the people who learned and presented. I am going to present that presentation to you as a lesson for you. What kind of changes we are going to do in future. Even the student can do the same thing. Even the teachers or principal might do this, right? So 21st century education. So now we are in 21st century and 2023. We are in the 2023. Today, February 13th, right? So still we are talking about the 21st century education. So if you can read these lines, 21st century education is about giving students the skills they need to succeed in this new world and helping them grow the confidence to practice those skills. 21st century education is about giving students the skills. They need to succeed in the world. Loke sarthaka veemata avashya skills tika denno and helping them to grow confidence. Evalata atma vishwasa vardhana karan. Right? Atma vishwasa vardhana karan. To practice those skills, then we should allow them to practice those skills. So exactly what I'm trying to do is that. So we will, as the teachers, 7,000 students who use Tamil, Sinhala and English medium, we will tell you what are the 21st century skills you needed. What do you mean the 21st century education? So you will understand the 21st century skills you need to be succeed. Sarthak vimata avashya. So Mr. Vanyarachi, T.S. Vanyarachi is the one who always talking to me with WhatsApp. So he's the one who's sent me that simultaneous interpretation system also, but today we are unable, but let's see. This new world and helping them to grow confidence to practice those skills. So what are those things? Can you see this? So in this P21 framework, these are we call P21 framework. I like this framework very much. So I will give the credit to them. 21st century learning. Right? So what are those things? Here, key subjects, 3R and 21st century skills, themes. So 3R, I will tell you what is 3R, plus key subject, Pradhana Vishan, and 3R Tamai present, and we have to add the 21st century skills. These 21st century skills are missing, themes. Then life and career skills, learning and innovative skills, and information, media, and technology skills. So I have changed these skills into 3 L's in future to easy to remember. But same framework. The standard and assessment, curriculum and instruction, professional development, learning environment. So this total change is the one we are going to do. We are going to do the whole systemic change. We will add 21st century skills to the education themes, then especially life skills and career skills, learning and innovative skills, then ICT and media skills like literacy skills. Then based on that, we will change the standard of assessment, Vibhakrama Vinasana, curriculum and instruction. Professional development. We have to develop you to match with that. and learning environment. The classroom and the schools has to change. In nutshell, in 21st century education, all these education components has to be changed. You got it? Thank you. So now 21st century education, what are the main keywords? Learner-centered is the number one, not the teacher-centered, not the student-centered, it's a learner-centered. Student is just student, but learner should learn. So learning and learner is important. So number one keyword is learner-centered. Then personalized. This teaching is highly personalized to student, right? So if you are good in dancing, music, mathematics, and or maybe social work, we allow you to take your personal sahaja kusalata, innate capabilities to be taken out, right? So that is very important. Then media driven. Always we use the media. Now even I am using the social media and smart technology to talk to you, right? Then transfer by design. So it's not ad hoc design. So we plan it and do it systematically, right? So there are many things I'm not going to read out, but you can learn. So when you type 21st century education, you can learn all these things thanks to the new technology. So it was not during our education time. 1980s, 19, we didn't have. Only after 2000, we have this. Then, what are the 21st century skills? Vishekvara Sevase Kusalata Monad. Sometimes you know these things. So again, P21 framework, talking about 3 L's. Learning skills, literacy skills, and life skills. Iginum Kusalata, Saksharata Kusalata, and Jivana Kusalata. Then each 21st century skills is broken into one of these 3 categories. So I will talk about 3 L's in future. So this 3L is denoted learning skills, literacy skills, and life skills. Learning skills, Igirum Kusalata, literacy skills, Saksharata Kusalata, life skills, Jivana Kusalata. Sudarshani, what is literacy skills? Elitharivu Thirangal. Okay. Learning skills? Katral Thirangal. Life skills? Varikai Thirangal. Oh, good. Then critical thinking and problem solving, creativity, innovativeness, entrepreneurship. I have added 2 more. Collaboration and teamwork, communication. These things are very important. Then literacy skills, information literacy, media literacy, technology literacy. I have added more. Financial literacy, scientific literacy, inclusiveness literacy, technological literacy, all these things. The life skills, flexibility, independent, leadership, initiative, productivity, and social skills. Now you understand, if you want to succeed in the 21st century, in addition to this 3R, I will tell you what is 3R. If anyone knows, you can type what is 3R. So you have to have 3 L's. Learning skills, literacy skills, and life skills. Without these skills, you cannot be a successful teacher. You cannot be a successful principal, ISO, director, or you cannot teach without these skills. So therefore, dear teachers, no matter your Sinhala medium, Tamil medium, or English medium, you all have to update your skills. Upskilling, we call it upskilling. Skills hada gannon. right? When I was in the university, we didn't have any. But I had these skills because we were doing extracurricular activities and we were doing a lot of problem solving work. So therefore, learning skills, literacy skills and life skills has to be built in systematic planned way. සැලසුම් සහගතව මේවා අපි ළමින්ගේ කරිකියුලම් වලට දාන්න ඕන. ඒවා නැති ටෙක්ස්ට් බුක් එකක් තමයි දැන් තියෙන්නේ. They learn by heart and write in the exam and we have failed. අද ලංකාවට වෙලා තියෙන්නේ our education system is the main culprit in this problems. Okay. So what are the learning skills? There are 4 C's. I was telling that the literacy skills, IMT, and life skills, FLIPS. Right? So you can learn those things. Then 21st century school. To match with that, so we have to change the 21st century school. So very flexible. They can learn active way using the internet or tab or computers or even smartphone. They go to the internet and learn. So if you have time now, you can go to the Google and type what is 21st century school. We allow, right? So that is very important. So very flexible, but we maybe not having the same type of freedom in Sri Lanka because our classrooms are small, but you can try. As innovative teachers, you can try some ways. Okay, you can allow them to go to the library or ground, or sometimes they will learn very active way. Because instead of teaching, learning is important. ඉගෙනීම නේ වැදගත් වෙන්නේ ඉගෙනීම. ඒව ඉගෙන ගන්න. So 21st century school invites students to contribute to strategy, meetings, and decision making. Right? So allow students to work actively, contribute to strategy meetings and decision making. ඒගොල්ලෝ තමයි තීරණ ගන්න. What are the problems? Creates adaptable learning environments suited to different sort of collaboration and group work. Always they learn as group. If you have 25 students, make them 5 into 5 groups. Let them learn. Right? Create adaptable learning environment. In Jaffna, maybe the environment is different, or Monragala different, Colombo different, but no matter, let them learn. Let them be flexible and learn. That is what important. Don't complain. We don't have laptop. We don't have classrooms. No matter. Wherever, even under a tree, they can learn. Allow them to learn. Allow them to bring their ideas. Resolve the problem. Prasa Visadan ideas then. Even for you, the same. Right? In future, you all should become group and you should do the presentation to us. This is the example one team did to us. Then, not only presentation, you have to go and practice in the school. Like present kala nikang inda ba? Ogolo school present karan practice karan. Ekada tamai api lakonu den. Not the exam. For the exam, we will give you only 30 minutes, 30 marks. 70 marks coming from the day-to-day activities, the process. So people will be very, very happy. We don't want to make you fail. Abhi ogolo fail karan neme one. Make them to learn. Learning is important. So that is, then we can see your innate capabilities. Sahaja kusalata elita ganna puluwa. I think you like it. You all need this because okkoma katapadam kala vibaga liyana elita apu kattiya nisa. So we all are products of textbook based, exam based, knowledge based people. Now we have understood to run this country, that is not enough. When you see the parliament, when you see the TV, we talk about problems, but we never bring solutions. We need solution providers, creative people, problem solvers, team players, which we don't have, good communicators. So encourage students to take ownership of community service programs. Let students do the community service. Right? If you have food shortage in your school, maybe 50 students don't have, give the student to take the responsibility and find solution as a community service program. Then even in your school itself, you bring solutions. As teachers, you can lead it. You will enjoy. They will bring fantastic solutions. They will bring fantastic solutions. So now you understand what do you think. This new learning method is very important. And if you want to WhatsApp me, use my number, then you can directly communicate with me now while I'm doing this lecture. Note 773 823261. Note 773, note 773 82 asu dekai 32 tis dekai 61 hatekai. Note 773 823261. Then I can see my phone and answer your questions too. Right. Then students are given problems and allow them to resolve the problem. So it's integrated. Then game Ramaseka Vasami problem resolve karandang. So you have to use mathematics, science, sociology, geography, everything. So that's another important thing in our methods. Right? Then find ways to connect students. Right? Find ways to connect students to people of their age in other parts of the world. Sometime through these techniques, student will start talking to the student in USA, India, or Pakistan, or Australia. There's no limit. Now, if anyone want to listen to this lecture, no matter where are you, even in USA or Australia, you can listen to me. Likewise, student will start talking to the student and getting their support. Sometime to develop your school, they might write a project and submit it to the donor agents. ඒගොල්ලෝ ගමේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් විසඳ ගන්න ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකක් ලියලා සල්ලි හොයාගන්න. Some are all boys. Like big schools have all boys all over the world. So they can write proposals and get funds for that. Even the student in USA or Australia might support us as a social service project to help Sri Lankan rural student. See the possibility. Find ways to connect students to people of their age in other parts of the world. Reviews the use of technology in the classroom. So students are using the technology even in the classroom. Right? As I told you, this presentation was done by my student. Right? Now you understand the ability of yours. Then 21st century school. Teaching learning process has to be changed. Lifelong learning culture has to be inculcated. Space has to be changed and time will be flexible. So TLST. Teaching learning process is interactive, not always teacher talking. Gurutuma kata karanne is interacting. Teacher will be a guide and mentor. Then students are the real learners. ICT and technology base. තොරතුරු තාක්ෂණය සහ තාක්ෂණය පාවිච්චි කරනවා. Then collaborative learning is the key. You always learn in collaborative manner. There's no competition. So classroom is like a circle. So if you have 25 into 5 groups, so there are 5 circles, 5 groups. Correct? සමහරවිට ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඩෙස්ක් අයින් කරලා පුරු ටික විතරක් දාගත්තා බිම ඉඳගෙන කරන්න බෑ. ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකට ගිහලා කරන්න බෑ. It's collaborative learning. So teaching learning process will be changed. The lifelong learning culture. So now you cannot stop learning after the school or after the university. So it's a lifelong learning. So day by day, they learn. Yesterday I learned a lot, right? So this B.Ed student, our T.S. Vanyarachi, has sent me some this progress. This is also progress, and also this likewise you can communicate with me if you like. Yes. Thank you, sir, for providing a way to direct contact. So he is very happy about the direct contact. Rasika Pereira is one of our students. So Rasika Pereira is. So now you don't have to worry. We can talk to each other direct. Okay. If you have a problem, text me, call me. I know what is going on. Then under the lifelong learning, learner focused. Learner is the most important. Learning and learner. The cater to the community. Samaja ගැන හිතලා තමයි වැඩ කරන්නේ, not self. Then focus on the labor market. And also we are producing the skills which are demanded by the labor market. So lifelong learning very important. So therefore, use these keywords and go to the internet and learn by self. So even now you can do this. Take one of these keywords, 21st century school, 21st century teacher. Likewise, so every day, no matter if you know the keywords, if you have a smartphone or a laptop with internet, Wi-Fi facility, you can learn. So now students are such student. They type the keyword and learn. So if you don't do this, you are in trouble. The ළමයි හරි දක්ෂයි. ළමයි 5G පාවිච්චි කරලා 4G පාවිච්චි කරලා internet ගිහලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට උගන්වනවා. I think your sons and daughters are doing this. Young people. So if you are not capable of doing this, so that is the problem. So if anyone can go to Google and find out what is Generation Alpha. So you can text me. Good morning, sir. May I know if you can continue the degree while in abroad? Yes, no problem. Even you are in overseas, you can do the thing. We don't mind. But there are some things you have to do personally in teaching, learning. So if you can do the same thing in overseas, no problem. Right? So one person called G is asking that question. I'm happy now I can talk to each one through my WhatsApp. Right. Then space. Not confined to the classroom. Classroom eකට විතරක් සීමා වෙන්න ඕනේ අපේ learning. Right? Even in the ground, even in the home, even in the society, they can learn. So classroom, school, ගෙදර, home and society. Pantiya, Pasala, ගෙදර, සමාජය. All 4 areas are there. Right? So therefore, you can learn from anywhere and allow. And Madhumati from Badula Center says, your lecture is very useful and very good way. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you, Madhumati. Then I'm getting a photograph from someone. Generation Alpha. Yes, thank you very much. Then she has learned Generation Alpha and says, what is the definition? Lenin. Sisus. Her or him, I don't know. Lenin. SISU. In Tamil medium. Right? I'm happy. You all are learning now. Right? So after today session, can you please send the PDF of today's session? Because we can go through it again to find something, because now it's quick move. They need my presentation also. Yes, we will give you the recording and you can go through. And so please send the PDF. And I am Jesse from Balangoda. Generation Alpha is the demographic cohort. Succeeding generation is succeed. Now you understand how to learn. Very fruitful. Generation Alpha, yes. Again, Milan, FM Milan has sent me. Very good. Science Adaptation Center, right? Then Shellakumaran, Maths, is also sent some images. So see, now you can talk to me, you can find and you can learn. This is called lifelong learning. I call SDL, self-directed learning, right? No need to go to anywhere. If you know the keyword, you can learn. Spacious classrooms, multi-purpose interfaces, hybrid virtual learning environments, flexible. Then time, flexible of attendance, customized lessons. So now you understand there are a lot of flexibility in our learning. Maybe we cannot 100% use it, but you can use it. So Misha, again, she has sent the Generation Alpha. Then Gina Ranjani from Hatton. Good morning to you, sir. Your explanation so good and very clear. It motivates us to learn. Thank you. Thank you, Gina Ranjani. Bala Sundaram. See, even Tamil students are responding. Yes, another one, right? Pumali, WAN, Pumali. Again, she has sent the Generation Y, Generation Z, Generation Alpha. 1980-94, Generation Y, confident. Generation Z, competitive, 95 to 2009. And decision makers, Generation Alpha. See, I am also learning from them now. This is the learning, right? Then another one called Anne Priya. Thank you, Anne Priya. Again, you have sent me. And you can go to the images also, and you can find images. Then Dev Metu. I think the daughter or son's name. Good morning, sir. Your explanation is clear. I hope to learn more about 21st century school. Yes, you can do it. Just go to the internet and learn. My teaching learning method is that. Right? I'm happy. Now I can talk to you direct. And while I'm doing the lecture like a FM radio, I'm like a TV presenter or disc jockey. I can communicate and teach you. So now you understand what is 21st century school and 21st century principle. Not only school, but the principle also has to be changed. That's why we call it transformation, not the incremental change, reform. That's why our Honorable Minister says it's transformation. 21st century principle. The role of 21st century leaders should be able to take the challenge of preparing the minds of young generation. Take the challenge of preparing the minds of young generation for the future world of work by thinking strategically about the goals, new trends, and overall output of the learning process. Now, principal should take the responsibility of changing this school, classroom, teaching, learning, curriculum, and the assessment. The principal can take the leadership. So we have developed a curriculum framework, a teacher standard framework, and also the principal development framework. So as a result, if you want to change this education system, so we have to change the way of thinking, the mindset and paradigm. I'll introduce those things. And principal or directors, honor directors, ISS, whoever in the top of your school, then subject directors, then the principal, section heads, class teachers, the teachers, and even the librarian and the office people. Everybody should understand. So this 21st century principle has a bigger role to change to suit with the 21st century leader. So don't go to the school and fight with the principal tomorrow. You are not a 21st century principal, okay? Since you learn, because they don't know this, but a lot of principal know this thing, but talk to them and discuss with them. Now, the principal to you are not a 21st century principal and you have to change this thing. But step by step, let's change. Because we have only 10,000 schools. Now I am talking to the 7,000 students. In future, we can talk to the century principal has been defined. His or her role has to be changed. So we cannot change the principal, we cannot change the teacher, but we can change the way of thinking, their skills. That is what we need. You like to learn. And you understand the present education system is outdated. Whatever the diesel issue, all these things ultimately link up with the education system. So let's get together and change this. That is my humble request. So principals' role has to be changed. The role of the 21st century school principal, visionary leadership, instructional leadership, that is also very important, organizational leadership, collaborative leadership. Now you can read. What is visionary leadership? The visionary leader builds a shared commitment to excellence and vigorous pursuit of high student performance. The ශිෂ්‍යයන්ගේ කාර්ය සාධනය AS B's වලින් වඩා එයාගේ හැකියාව, knowledge and skill and attitudes and values and the self-directed learner කෙනෙක් හදන එක තමයි වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. So principal should take this new vision and change. So for that you can help your principal. Principal ට කියලා කියන්න මෙන්න මෙහෙම අලුතෙන් අපි දෙයක් ඉගෙන ගත්තා අපි මේක කරලා බලමු. Then you do a presentation with your own staff to the principal. So make the principal also part of this change. එකතු කරගන්න මේ change එකට. එහෙම කරපුවා ඉන්නවා. Right? Then instructional leadership. The instructional leader ensures a student-centered school environment that provides and nurtures innovative learning experiences for all students to prepare them for success in life and empower all staff, parents, and students to collaboratively and deliberately use data to support every student academic, social, and emotional growth. නිසා not only academic අධ්‍යාපන විතර නෙමෙයි සමාජීය සහ චිත්ත වේග සංවර්ධනය සඳහා අපි උදව් වෙන්නට ඕන. It's called instructional leadership. So principal should be an instructional leader. Right? Instructional leader ensures a student-centered or learner-centered school environment. So then in the teacher-centered, learner-centered, student-centered environment change that provides and nurtures innovative learning experiences for all students. So you have to create a very innovative learning experiences. So what do you learn? Innovative means now teacher goes and do a lecture. A student jot down the notes and go to the exam and write. It's not innovative. Then student la විසිපාක් ඉන්නවා නම් පහේ පහේ groups හදලා give them the problem. Right? How are you going to resolve the Purankumuru, the paddy fields? What is Purankumuru in Tamil?
Fire.
Huh?
Fire.
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 Fire. Why means the in Tamil, in Sinhala Purankumuru, the paddy fields not used by. Even in our villages, we have rubber watu, not tapping. The people have tea plantation, but they are not using. Then rubber, we don't use it. Coconut, there's no people to pluck. And there's very difficult to find a carpenter, plumber in the village. So tell the student to find the solution. So problem-based learning, project-based learning. Then they will bring a lot of ideas. Right? That is very innovative learning. Even in your school, if you have a problem with the roof, right? No money, but student will resolve the problem. So by doing this, they learn mathematics, science, even social service, geography, etc. So now you understand. So this we have to innovative learning processes. For all students to prepare them for succeed in life. ජීවිතේ ජය ගන්න අපු ගන්නන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැතුව කටපාඩම් කරලා උත්තර ලියන්න නෙමෙයි. We should not produce students to take 9 A's and 3 A's and go to university and become unemployable graduates. Instead of that, there are students who have a lot of capabilities. They don't want to go to university, but maybe they want to run a garage. They want to run a big construction firm. Help them. So අලුත් අධ්‍යාපනයේ ඇඟ ඇතුළේ තියෙන එක එළියට ගන්න එක තමයි education. Not pouring the theoretical knowledge alone. But they will use the theoretical knowledge to resolve the problem. අර ඉගෙන ගන්න න්‍යාය ජීවිතේ ප්‍රශ්න විසඳන්න පාවිච්චි කරයි. එතකොට ගල් ලඟුරු ප්‍රශ්න නෙවෙයි. Dollar issue is not a problem because they know how to resolve the problem. But now we cannot blame the politician or the administrators because they are not trained to resolve the problem. අද අපිට මේ ඉන්න දේශපාලනඥයන්ට එහෙම නැත්නම් මේ පරිපාලකයන්ට දොස් කියන්න බෑ. මොකද ඒ ඔක්කොම අධ්‍යාපනයේ එළියට ආපු අය. ඒ ඔක්කොම ලියලා තියෙන කටපාඩම් කරලා උත්තර හොයන අය මිසක් ගැටළු වලට නිර්මාණශීලී උත්තර හොයන අය නෙමෙයි. They are not the innovative creative solution providers to the problem. So that is the problem I think we are suffering. So innovative learning experiences for all students to prepare them for success in life and empower all staff, parents, and students to collaboratively and deliberatively use data. Students are not resolving the problem alone. ශිෂ්‍යෝ තනියෙන් නෙමෙයි දෙමාපියෝ අනික් සමාජයේ අය එකතු කරගෙන තමයි ප්‍රශ්න වලට උත්තර හොයන්නේ. Parents, staff, teachers ලා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, parents ලා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Students are working together collaboratively and deliberately. එක plan කරලා කරන්න. Use data. ඒකට තියෙන සංඛ්‍යා ලේඛන පාවිච්චි කරලා to support every student academic, social and emotional growth. නිසා ළමයි තරඟෙට 9 years ගන්න දඟල ළමයි නෙමෙයි අපිට ඕනේ. සමාජයේ එදිනදා ප්‍රශ්න විසඳන්න පුළුවන් දරුවෙක් හැබැයි තරහ යන්නේ නැති, රණ්ඩු වෙන්නේ නැති, emotional growth also. Social and emotional සමාජ චිත්ත වේග හැකියා පාලනය කරගන්න පුළුවන් දරුවෙක්. Then organizational leaders. Also, principal should be instructional leader as well as the organizational leader. He should be a visionary leader, VL, instructional leader, IL, and the organizational leader, Samvidhanatmaka Nayakek Pennato. The organizational leader creates, leads, and sustains an entrepreneurial culture that engage the school and community to remove barriers and maximize resources for students succeed. So, principal should lead the organization to take entrepreneurial decisions. ව්‍යවසායකත්ව තීරණ ගන්න ඕන. ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් කියන්නේ ප්‍රශ්න විසඳන කෙනෙක්. Not discussing problem. Right? So when I became the DG of NIE, I should resolve the problem. Right? I should use the technology and resolve the problem. Then I can talk to you like this and we can save time. So these are the very important things. Otherwise, this traditional way of doing things is not expected. Right? Organizational leader creates, lead and sustain. නිර්මාණය කරනවා, නායකත්ව දෙනවා, තිරසාරව පවත්වාගෙන යනවා. So once I start this, if you others cannot carry, it is not sustained. No? So now we have to continue like this. And entrepreneurial culture. එකම ව්‍යවසායකත්ව සංස්කෘතිය that engage the school and community. පාසලයි සමාජය අතර තියෙන barrier එක අඩු කරන්න and maximize the resources for students succeed. අවසානයේ දරුවන්ගේ ගුරුවරුන්ගේ පාසලේ සංවර්ධනය සඳහා ඒ යොදන්න ඕන. ඒක වැරදි විදිහට පාවිච්චි නොකර යොදන්න ඕන. So organizational leadership is that. So now you know principal should be a visionary leader, instructional leader and organization leader and collaborative leader. සහයෝගිතා නායකත්වය. ආයතන නායකයෙක්, ප්‍රදේශක නායකත්වයෙක්, දැක්මක් සහිත නායකයෙක්, සහයෝගිතා නායකයෙක්. What is collaborative leadership? The collaborative leader activates, communicate and sustain the engagement of staff, parents, student, military and community partnerships and shapes leadership for the success of military region. This presentation, I think, from a military school presentation, that's why they have used military word. This is not my presentation. I told that students have prepared from internet or somewhere. So collaborative leadership is collaborative leader activates, communicates, ක්‍රියාත්මක කරනවා, sannivedana කරනවා and sustain the engagement of staff, parent and student, even the community. Right? So likewise, so now you can understand every principal should be a visionary leader, දැක්මක් සහිත නායකයෙක්, instructional leadership, උපදේශාත්මක නායකයෙක්, organizational leadership, සංවිධාත්මක නායකයෙක්, and collaborative leadership. So personal traits of 21st century principal. So what are the traits, personal traits? පෞද්ගලික හැකියාවල් principal කෙනෙකුට තියෙන්න ඕන. Curiosity. You should be curious. What is happening there? In other words, අනික් තැන්වල මොනවද වෙන්නේ? Persistence, never give up. Resilience. ප්‍රශ්න වලට උත්තර ඔරොත්තු දෙන්න. Resilience. ඕන ප්‍රශ්නයකට මුහුණ දෙන්න සූදානම්. Flexible. නම්‍යශීලී. Responsibility and hard work. වගකීම ගන්න සහ hard work. අමාරුවෙන් වැඩ කරේ නැත්නම් කැපවෙලා වැඩ කරන. Creativity, නිර්මාණශීලී. Entrepreneurship, ව්‍යවසායකත්ව මනස. Innovation, නවෝත්පාදන චින්තනය. Constant learning and teamwork. Continuously they learn and have a teamwork. Positive mindset. ධනාත්මකව හිතන. So now you can analyze your principle, right? And give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 traits. So you should give 10 marks for curiosity. Principle කෙනෙක්ද නැද්ද? Persistence. තියෙන දේවල් අතාරින්න නැතුව කරගෙන යනවද? Are we doing continuously? The resilience. Can he ඔරොත්තු දීමේ ශක්තිය තියෙනවද ගැටලු වලට? Persistence, resilience. මේවල මේ Tamil words ටික කියන්න දර්ශනි. You come here. So curiosity, persistence, because it's important. ඔතන මයික් එක දාලා නැත්නම් මෙතන නෑ. Right. What is curiosity?
கியூரியோசிட்டி வந்து ஆர்வமாக செயலாற்றுகின்ற நிலை. அதாவது எந்த ஒரு விஷயத்திலையுமே ஆர்வமாக கியூரியோசிட்டி, ஆர்வம், அவருக்கு ஆர்வம் இருக்க வேண்டும், அதை அடிக்கடி செய்ய வேண்டியது. பெர்சிஸ்டன்ஸ் என்பது தான் செய்கின்ற காரியத்தில் உறுதியாக தொடர்ந்து அதை தொடர்ந்தேர்ச்சியாக செய்பவராக, உறுதியாக செய்பவராக இருக்க வேண்டும். ரெசிலியன்ஸ் என்பது அவர் பொறுமையாக, மற்றது பிரச்சனைகளுக்கு தீர்வு காணுபவராக இருக்க வேண்டும். பிளெக்சிபிலிட்டி என்பது நெகிழ்வுத்தன்மை கொண்டவராக, சந்தர்ப்பங்களுக்கு பொறுத்த வகையில், வளங்களை பொறுத்த வகையில் நெகிழ்வுத்தன்மை கொண்டவராக இருக்க வேண்டும். ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி அண்ட் ஹார்ட் ஒர்க், அது தெரியும் உங்களுக்கு, பொறுப்பு கூறுதல் மற்றும் கடின உழைப்பு. கிரியேட்டிவிட்டி என்பது ஆக்கத்திறன், புதுமையாக வித்தியாசமாக யோசித்து செய்யக்கூடிய ஆக்கத்திறன். என்டர்பிரினியர்ஷிப் என்பது முயற்சியாண்மை என்று நாங்கள் சொல்வோம். அதாவது ஒரு பிரச்சனைக்கு தீர்வு காணும் போது புதுமையான வகையில் சிந்தித்து அதுக்கு தீர்வு காணுகின்ற, வித்தியாசமாக யோசிக்கின்ற அந்த நிலை. இனோவேஷன் என்பது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், புத்தாக்கம். கன்ஸ்டன்ட் லேர்னிங் அண்ட் டீம் ஒர்க், தொடர்ந்தேர்ச்சியாக கற்பவராகவும் குழுவாக இணைந்து வேலை செய்யக்கூடிய ஆற்றல். பாசிட்டிவ் மைண்ட் செட் என்பது நேரான மனப்பான்மை, எதையுமே பாசிட்டிவாக எடுத்துக்கொள்ளக்கூடிய, நேராக சிந்திக்கக்கூடிய மனப்பான்மை.
Okay. Yes, in Tamil, yes. Because Shishak, good morning, sir. The lecture is very clear. My English knowledge is poor. Some points can't understand. What to do? No worry, we will help you. You have to learn English. That's the new way. And also one very interesting question is coming from a person. Good morning, sir. Can clearly understand what you say, what you are saying. Can you know, or can I know maybe, on what basis the higher course of education college student is 2.5 years? Yes, I'll tell you. Yeah, there are two type of student here. The people who has gone to the College of Education. Vidyapita Giyapayai Natyaya. There are two. So Vidyapita Giyapayat Apo, we don't have to repeat the same teaching, learning, pedagogy, all these things, because they have already done. Vidyapita Giyapayage දැනුම දැනටමත් තියෙනවා ගොඩක් සබ්ජෙක්ට්ස් වල එයාට අවුරුදු 4ක් ඉන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. සෝ එයාට අපි 2.5ට අඩු කරලා තියෙනවා. විද්‍යාපීඨ ගියපු නැති අයට අවුරුදු 4ම ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. මොකද ගොඩක් සබ්ජෙක්ට්ස් ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරලා නැහැ විද්‍යාපීඨය කරපු. That is the reason. Because thank you very much for asking that question. The people who have gone to the College of Education has a lot of knowledge. They have gone to the school, they have the specialty, primary, agriculture, social sciences, etc., science, maths, etc. So they have the basic foundation knowledge. So we don't have to waste their time again, right? That's why we have made it 2.5. The people who have not that background, for the College of Education, people are the real professional teachers. They have trained through that. The others has to get that 4-year knowledge, theoretical and practical, this thing. I hope you understand. If you are not agree, you can type again. Okay. Good morning, sir. Very clear explanation, sir. Can you please send us PDF, sir? Laritam Bigai. Shanti Kumar. Yes, good. Thank you for giving us a chance to direct contacting, sir. How we can do exams while we are in foreign countries. And a special procedure to continue in overseas. Yes, we have to think of that and let's see. So now you understand the qualities or traits of a 21st century principal. If you want to become a principal one day, you have to develop. Then 21st century principal should be able to. Next step after the obtaining the degree, you can do the exam, SLES, school, Sri Lanka Education Administrative Service, SLEAS. For that, you can become a principal. So I think most of you have this dream. That's why you are doing this degree also. So in that case, 21st century principal should be able to. The principal to empower others and make many decisions wisely. Anika Balaganala Tirana Gandapula. Principal should be able to wise decision, not foolish decision. Wise, Buddhimat Tirana. Will trust and confidence in school community. Vishwasa Dinagana. Work on improving emotional intelligence of the student. Shishang Atara Samaja, what do you call social and emotional intelligence. Samaja Chittavega Buddhi. Understanding self, managing self, understanding others, managing relationships. Go to the internet and type emotional intelligence. We are talking about social and emotional intelligence. Inspire both learner and teacher. Gururunsa Darwan Unandukaravi. Recognized and value the past. Responsible. Develop highly effective, innovative teams. Empower formal and informal leaders. So we have to empower both formal and informal leaders, trust and delegate responsibility, and also give the powers to them and make them trust. Conduct research on best practices for 21st century teaching and learning. Research karanna komada api 21st century ළමයි හදන්නේ ඒ අත්හදා බලන්න අපි කියන්න කරන ක්‍රම. Ensure the school has a professional development plan in place for teachers and students. Ensure the school as a professional development plan. So for that, we have to have a Vurtiya Sangvardhana Vadusarana for teacher, a student. Gururun sa student Sangvardhana Karan. Focus on what is important. Godak prasad dinakota. So you have to focus on very important questions. Hope you can understand, because this English are very simple. Then 21st century teacher. Now we'll come to the topic. You all are teachers, maybe the NCEOs teachers, professionally developed, Vidyapitala Guru, or the people who don't have that background. So if you want to become a 21st century oriented teacher, so these are the 21st century teacher should do, right? Unable to pay the fees for the degree course on the due date, but I have registered the course in the said center. I humbly request you to give me another chance to pay. Okay, send me a request, so we will allow you to pay. No problem. You can WhatsApp. But in some centers, there are students still want to register. I think in Batiklo and Vaunia, or somewhere. So good morning. I have a doubt, sir. What is the difference of NCO student and B.Ed and Teachers Training College? B.Ed and Teachers Training College. Maybe we are not giving the teacher training colleges altogether.
No, sir.
Huh? Why?
Because the NCO is the 3-year residential program.
Okay.
The time frame and credits are higher than the teacher college.
So according to our expert says, teacher training colleges have 2 years certificate course, and it is not equal to the NCOs. So maybe if you have a problem, so give us more details, so we'll see. But for the time being, it's our decision. So you have to prove. Maybe we can use some credits considering. So motivate student to innovate, create, and engage in problem solving. Catalog visadanna. ඒවට නිර්මාණශීලී නවෝත්පාදක ගැටලු විසඳන්න දරුවන් හදන එක තමයි ටීචර්ගේ ප්‍රධාන කර්තව්‍ය. Motivate student to innovate, create, to engage problem solving. That is the main problem we are lacking in our education. That's why these politicians or even the administrators have failed because we are not teaching how to resolve the problem. I am sure you will agree with me. That is the one of the main problem. Have a growth mindset. Another thing is there are two types of mindset: fixed mindset and growth mindset. Tavara Manoramu sa Sangvardhana Manoramu kila. So we have to have a growth mindset. Yes, we can. Right? There are solutions, not the problems. Right? You can go to the internet and find out what is growth mindset. Be a learner, collaborator, and change maker. So always teacher should be a learner, continuous learner, lifelong learner. You cannot stop. Now, from today, you should learn. Right? We will give you assignment. A collaborator, Sahayogita Dakwan, a change maker. Venaskamak karna buddhilek vendona, 21st century teacher. Otherwise, you will be blamed by the student. Student lagin benunga andu because you are not updated. Students are updated. Use strategies and skills in order to ensure their capability to work with baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Y, colleagues, while teaching Generation Z and Generation Alpha. Now, next generation is Generation Beta. So teachers should be able to work with baby boomers, the people who are more than 50 years. Sometimes you have to work with them as your partners. Generation X and Z, X and Y. Right? You go to the internet and find out who are the baby boomers, Generation X, and I am supposed to be a baby boomer. Right? Then Generation X and Y, and student are Generation Z and Alpha. Generation Z is around 2000, and Generation Alpha has born after 2010. Just the height of Generation Alpha. So this is very important. Have capability to work with students who are tech savvy. තාක්ෂණයත් එක්ක ගොඩක් සම්බන්ධ දරුවොත් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. Have a capability to work with students who are tech savvy. They are good in internet, they are good in technology, they are good in WhatsApp or whatever. So you have to work with them. Otherwise, you will fail. So you have to learn. This lecture will tell you how to do that. Innovative and having entrepreneurial skills. ඒගොල්ලෝ නිර්මාණාත්මකයි, ව්‍යවසායකත්ව හැකියාවල් තියෙන, talents and utilize such students to facilitate and enrich learning and teaching process. එහෙම දරුවෝ ඉන්නවනම් ඒගොල්ලෝ පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඔයාගේ පන්තිය හොඳින් කරගන්න. ඒගොල්ලන්ට බයින්න එපා. Don't think they are challenged to you. සමහර ටීචර්ස්ලා බයයි ඔයාලට නේද? ඉන්ටර්නෙට් දන්නවනම් නේද? ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එක ගෙනවොත් එළියට දාන්න. Don't do that. Use him as a resources. ඒ ළමයින්ගේ වැඩක් ගන්න. Have capability to work with students who are tech savvy, innovative and having entrepreneurial skills, and talent and utilize such students. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ talent එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න to facilitate and enrich learning and teaching. දැන් ගොඩක් ගුරුවරුන්ට හොයාගන්න බෑ. ඉන්ටර්නෙට් යන්න දන්නේ නැහැ, Google යන්න දන්නේ නැහැ නේ. Use them. Be a can-do person. හැමවෙලම positive. Yes, අපි කරමු. නෑ කියන්න බෑ. A problem solver. ගැටලු විසඳන්නේ. And who is ready to solve persistence and flexibility. Show persistence and flexibility. එකම yes we can කියන teacher කෙනෙක් වෙන්න ඕන, problem solver කෙනෙක් වෙන්න ඕන, ගැටලු විසඳන්නේ. Ready to show persistence. අකණ්ඩව අත් නොහරින ගතියෙන් ගෙනියන්න ඕන, flexible වෙන්න ඕන. Do you have this thing? ඔගොල්ලන්ටම ලකුණු දීලා බලන්න. හරි, ගොඩක් ගුරුවරු can do person කෙනෙක්ද? අනේ මට බෑ. අද වහි නේද? අපිට සල්ලි නෑ. එහෙම කියනවා. එහෙම නැතුව yes we can. ගැටලු විසඳන්න උදව් කරනවා. Tamanට ලකුණු දී ගන්න බලන්න. ලකුණු මේ can do කියනකට 10ක්, problem solving වලට 10ක්, ready to show persistence, අත්නවරණ ගතිය, නම්‍යශීලී ගතිය තියෙනවද කියලා බලන්න. ලකුණු 40න් කීයද හම්බෙන්නේ කියලා මට එවන්න බලන්න. So I am from Capability Golla. I applied Anuradhapura Center, but now there's no center in Anuradhapura. We have to go to Kurunagala Center. That is very difficult, and place given to us. Suitable solution, sir. Yes. The problem is if you don't have student less than 50, we will lose the money. So that is a problem, but only once in a way, once a month or once in 2 months, you have to go to the center. Otherwise, they will use the Zoom and other techniques. Therefore, don't worry, because those days you have to come to Colombo. මේ කොළඹ එන ළමයි තමයි ඔක්කොම. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ කම්ප්ලේන් කරනවා. I can understand. අර can do person කෙනෙක් නෙමෙයි. ඒ මගේ ප්‍රශ්නේ ඇහුවේ. See, now you prove yourself. අර can do mindset එක නැහැ. තේරෙනවද? So as a teacher, ඉස්සර කොළඹ ආපු අය දැන් ගෙදර ඉඳලා ඉගෙනගෙන මාස දෙකකට මාසයකට සැරයක් කුරුණෑගලට යන්න බෑ කියන අර can do කියන person කෙනෙක් නෙමෙයි. So try to think differently. Compare those days and now. And also, අපි මේවා ගොඩක් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉස්කෝලේ කරන්න තියෙන නිසා don't have to come to anywhere. If you can do these practical things in the school. හරි මේක කියන්න මේක කොළඹ ගේන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. So we will give you assignment, you have to do the assignment in your school and do the presentation. Then we are happy. Don't worry. Right? If negative attitude and ගැලවෙන්න. ඕගොල්ලෝ තමයි අපිට හදා ගන්න ඕනේ. එමය අර positive අර 21st century school teacher කෙනෙක් නෙමෙයි. හරි? එයාගේ නම නැහැ. නමත් ඔන්න මම හොයලා කියන්න. 7158 වලින් ඉවර වෙන නම්බර් එක දෙන එක. Okay. Problem solver කෙනෙක් වෙන්න. Problem creator කෙනෙක් වෙන්න එපා. What have we got solution දීලා දිනවා. We have given you a problem, many solutions, but still you are not happy. That is the nature of our teachers. So you have to find out, those days you used to come to Maharagama or somewhere. Because we have to sustain this now. මේ සල්ලි ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගන්න ටික අපි ආපහු ගුරුවරුන්ට lecturers-ලට exams වලට supervision වලට presentation වලට ගෙවන්න. Right? So please understand that. Otherwise we have to close down the course. Anika, if you do this same course in a private sector, you have to pay 1,500,000 like that. ලක්ෂ 5ක් ගෙවන්න වෙනවා සමහරට. Be able to facilitate 21st century learning for the student and community in a school. So, on the teacher කෙනෙකුට be able to facilitate 21st century learning for the student and community. එසා ඔයාලා අම්මලා තාත්තලා දරුවෝ අර 21 වර්ෂ අධ්‍යාපනය ගැන කියලා දෙන්න. That's very important. I am Basnayaka, sir. Sorry for the request. Yes, thank you, Mr. Basnayaka. So you can talk to me anytime, but we cannot give some solution. You have to make it happen. Be a can-do positive man, Basnayaka. Thank you. I am happy that he gave me the name. That is 21st century school teacher thinking. Character of 21st century teacher, characteristics. So 21st century teacher කෙනෙක් වෙන්න නම් මෙන්න මේවා තියෙන්න ඕන. Adapter, communicator, learner, visionary leader, model, collaborator, risk taker. කියන්න. Tamil වලින්.
21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டுக்குரிய ஆசிரியருடைய பண்புக்கூறுகளை பார்க்கும் போது முதலாவதாக அடாப்டர், அதாவது இசைவாக்கம் அடையக்கூடியவராக, எதையும் உள்வாங்கிக் கொண்டு அதற்கேற்ப செயற்படக்கூடிய மனப்பான்மை கொண்டவராக இருக்க வேண்டும். இரண்டாவது சிறந்த தொடர்பாடலாராக இருக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்தது கற்பவராக, லேர்னராக இருக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்து விஷனரி, ஒரு இலக்கை நோக்கி பயணிப்பவராக, எந்த ஒரு செயற்பாட்டின் போதும் அவர் தன்னுடைய விஷனரி சிந்தனை போக்குடையவராக இருக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்து ஒரு தலைமைத்துவ பண்புகள் இருக்க வேண்டும். ஒரு மாதிரியாக, ஒரு மாடலாக அவர் ஒரு முன்னுதாரணமாக திகழ வேண்டும். கொலபரேட்டர், இணைந்து செயலாற்றுபவராக, எப்போதும் மற்றவர்களுடன் இணைந்து கூட்டாக செயற்படுபவராக இருக்க வேண்டும். ரிஸ்க் டேக்கர், அதாவது அனர்த்தங்களை எதிர்கொண்டு அவற்றுக்கு முகம் கொடுப்பவராக, அவற்றை எதிர்கொள்பவராக இருக்க வேண்டும்.
All right. Okay, I think teaching in the 21st century, content, communication, learning, assessment, all these things are there. So you can read it leisurely. So now you don't have to worry because you just go to the internet and type. You all things found from the internet. Right? 8 traits of the 21st century teacher. ඉසෙක්වන සේවසේ ගුරුවරයෙකුට තිබිය යුතු ගුණාංග 8ක්. Twenty-first century learner. Now we have to understand who is our learner. Finally, everything should be done with the learner. So recently I did a small survey. මේ අධ්‍යාපන ක්‍රමය කොහොමද වෙනස් වෙන්න ඕන කියලා ළමයින්ගෙන් අහන්න. Just do it and send me the videos. They will tell very interesting thing. You never ask from the student, how are we going to change this education? So if you ask from the learner, they will tell, Apo Vibhaga Vara Vadi, theory Vadi, practical, many things. So they will need this 21st century teaching learning methods. You find what we are trying to do is almost equal to what students are expecting. The 21st century learners comprise Generation Z and Generation Alpha. I am sure you are learning these keywords for the first time. But anyway, don't worry, you can do it. Very good morning, sir. It's very perfect explanation. Thank you so much. Priyanka from Yatiyantura. Thank you, Priyanka. You can ask any question. I am open to answer anyone. Because I am so confident that we have to change the teachers first. Total education system. So you are lucky to talk to me first time because this is the first time we are talking on this for the 7,000 Tamil, Sinhala and English. So self-directed lifelong learner, self-directed learner, and it should be a lifelong. SDLLL, self-directed lifelong learner. Swayam Abhiprayita Jivana Kala Iganum Karve. Visionary leaders, collaborative communicators, information managers, adept, literate performers, healthy humans, caring global citizens, flexible critical thinkers. I think most of the principals also should have this. And teachers plus learners. Learners should be a self-directed lifelong learners. Visionary leaders. We need visionary leaders. Leaders with vision. Collaborative communicators. The people who can collaborate with others and communicate very well. Information managers. The people who can manage the information, analyze these things. For example, recently we had a wrong decision. The fertilizer import banning. So suddenly we stop fertilizer. But if you are an information manager or information oriented decision maker, first we should understand why we need fertilizer. Fertilizer is for paddy, then vegetable, tea, rubber, and coconut. So before we take the decision, we should gather this information. We have it. So for paddy, Yala and Maha. You know, as our Sri Lankans, there are two seasons, Yala and Maha. These days we are getting the harvest of Maha, February. Right? Then Yala, August. Then for Yala, how many fertilizer tons? Urea, TMP, TPM, Madapur or whatever. Then Mahata Kocharan. Then how many tons of Maha paddy fields? Then vegetables, upcountry and Jaffna or Norachole, whatever. Areas. Then tea, rubber, coconut. Then we know the total needs. So if you ban it suddenly, can we produce organic fertilizer locally? No. So this information literacy or information management is very important. Then adapt, literate performers. Also, they should adapt to the changing environment. Vinasana, Parisareta, Vinasana, Hakya Hakyanno. So when you come to Colombo from Jaffna, you have to be adaptable, adapt. The literate performers and healthy humans. Also, you should be very healthy, caring global citizens. So you should be able to care about the planet. So now we call not the country first, but the planet first. So planet first and global citizens. Flexible critical thinkers. who are flexible and critical thinkers. Now you understand, without these skills, you cannot succeed in 21st century. At present, we are producing people who are not suited with the 21st century. That is the problem. Maybe we are spending billions, but no results because our education system is outdated. So let's change it. So 21st century students, current cohort of students come from Generation Z and Generation Alpha, 1995 to 2009. That's Anupa 2009 I said generation kila most do not remember life without the internet. Internet natu jiwat kala and have had technology like smartphones, iPads, smart boards, laptops, and the other devices available throughout most of their schooling. ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ දරුවෝ ඉන්නවා නම් මේගොල්ලෝ ඔක්කොම ඉසෙට් ජෙනරේෂන් එකේ. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් දන්නවා. Generation Alpha born after 2010. Right? So they are younger than smartphone. Smartphone එකට වඩා younger. The smartphone ඇවිල්ලා ගොඩක් කල්. So they are younger than smartphone, iPad, 3D television, Instagram, and music streaming apps like Spotify. Right now you understand what is the age of baby boomers, who are others, Generation X, Y, Z. So 10 to 24. Alpha then, after 24, from 2025, Generation Beta will come. So our reform should match with Alpha as well as Generation Beta. So you can type Generation Beta also. So without knowing these facts, if you are doing the education, it's outdated. Now, what is the 21st century students, these two generations have grown up with advanced technology as given their homes and classrooms. The digital natives, we call digital natives. Ankita Parampara, digital natives, as comfortable using apps and codes. They will apps and coding. They know how to write programs. Now there's a program called DP Coding School. They can learn online free of charge the Obama's coding thing. So these are very, very important. And Moratua University has a program called open.uom.lk, open, O-P-E-N, open. UOM, University of Moratua, uom.lk. Go to that website and you can have 6 courses, web designing, Python, etc. Then once you do that 6 courses, you can get a job, more than 65,000 rupees. If you go to www.open.uom, University of Moratua, uom.lk. Right? Likewise, so now we have to use it. Generation Z and Alpha are also most internationally connected in history. Good morning, sir. This course, after I like to study MEd that time, will this 2-year batch and 4-year batch start the same time? With this 2-year batch and 4-year batch start the same time? No, because my degree is 2.5 years.
2025 December. On occasion.
2025 December
Convocation.
The convocation is for 2.5 years. But for 4 years, 27. 2027, you get the certificate. Because we cannot wait till others finish. So I am from NCOE, but B.Ed inaugural name list, they mention TTC. How can I change? What TTC can? Okay, you can change. So it's a mistake. So we can change TTC to NCOs. Then you can complete your degree within 2.5. Sir, Mama Fasi, Ape is educational qualification GC O level, professional qualification national diploma in teaching. Ape B.Ed Ivara Unama. Ape educational qualification Mokad. Professional qualifications Mokad. Mokad
BA එකක් ගත්තාම education qualification.
Yeah.
B.Ed එකක් ගත්තාම ඒක education plus professional.
Okay. No, yeah.
Professional.
Yeah.
Level 6 වල ගෞරව උපාධියක් honors degree එකක් මම කිව්වා ඒක level 9 හෝ 10 11 යන පුළුවන් first class ගත්තොත් පිළිම 12
मैं අහන්නේ GC O level professional qualification national diploma in teaching. National diploma in teaching කියන්නේ NCOs නේ. අපේ B.Ed ඉවර වුණාම අපේ educational qualification මොකක්ද? ඒක professional. B.Ed කියන්නේ
plus B.Ed කියන්නේ
academic plus professional. B.Ed කියන්නේ yes. Double.
degree.
Yeah.
MBBS වගේ.
Yeah. It's a professional plus academic. Professional qualifications.
Surgery, Bachelor of
Yeah.
Medicine දෙක වගේ.
Yeah. So if you do BA, it's academic one. B.Ed is a professional one. So Generation Z and Alpha are also the most internationally connected in the history. They encounter people online from all over the world and can easily make friends on the other side of the planet before they have even left their home state. Schools and parents are also increasingly offering children and young people the opportunity to travel. So you can see the students. So this is the 21st century classroom. You can have smart board, you can have tabs, laptops, Wi-Fi. They learn separately as a team or individually. Likewise, you can use it innovative way. So teacher become a mentor and guide. So these are the characteristics of a classroom. Discussion instead of lectures. Most of the time, students are doing discussions. Teacher as a facilitator. Make a slide deck. Alika, okay. The teacher is a facilitator, small groups, kuda kandayam වශයෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න, collaborative learning, සහයෝගිතා ඉගෙනුම, then multitasking, they are doing various things. Maybe one student go to the internet and one people go to the library and do something and come by. Multitasking, student-centered instruction, differentiated instruction, maybe depending on the group, team, teacher while use various instruction. Maybe there are good fast learners and slow learners, good in English or good bad in English. So they differentiate the instruction. Flexibility of furniture and space. පන්ති කාමරේ අර රවුම තියාගන්න පුළුවන් ඒවා බලන්න මේ පන්තියේ තියෙන desk can be changed. Flexible furniture. Area of collaborative learning and independent study. Regular වෙනම independently කරන්න පුළුවන් collaborative learning තියෙනවා. Facilitation of motive movements. You can move. එක තැනම ඉන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Fostering of inspiration and creativity. අලුතෙන් හිතන්න, out of the box හිතන්න, creatively හිතන්න. light and bright colors in the classroom technology. These are the classroom things. Would you like to say something?
Yes. இருபத்தியோராம் நூற்றாண்டு வகுப்பறையினுடைய பண்புகள் நாங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். அதாவது விரிவுரைகளுக்கு பதிலாக கலந்துரையாடல்கள் அதிக அளவில் இடம்பெற வேண்டும். ஆசிரியர் என்பவர் ஒரு வசதி அளிப்பவராக கற்றலை நன்றாக திட்டமிட்டு கொடுத்துவிட்டு அவற்றை கற்பதற்கு அவர்களுக்கு வசதி அளிப்பவராக இருக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்ததாக சிறிய குழுக்களாக இருந்து கற்பதற்குரிய பண்புகள் காணப்பட வேண்டும். மற்றது கூட்டாக இணைந்து கற்பதற்குரிய வகுப்பறையாக அது இருக்க வேண்டும். மல்டி டாஸ்கிங், அதாவது பல்திறப்பட்ட பணிகளை ஒரே நேரத்தில் செய்யக்கூடிய தன்மைகள் காணப்பட வேண்டும். மாணவர்களை மையமாக கொண்ட கற்பித்தல் அங்கு காணப்பட வேண்டும். வித்தியாசமான வெவ்வேறு விதமான கற்பித்தல் முறைகள் பயன்படுத்தப்பட வேண்டும். தளபாட வசதிகள் மற்றும் இட அமைவுகளில் நெகிழ்வு தன்மைகள் காணப்பட வேண்டும். அடுத்ததாக அந்த கற்றலுக்குரிய அந்த இட அமைவு, அந்த பிரதேசம் சுதந்திரமாக மாணவர்கள் இயங்குவதற்கும் கூட்டாக சேர்ந்து செயலாற்றுவதற்கும் ஏற்ற வகையில் அந்த இடங்கள் அமைந்திருக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்ததாக ஒவ்வொரு சந்தர்ப்பங்களிலும் ஒவ்வொரு அசைவுகளிலும் அவர்களுக்கு வசதிகள் கிடைக்கக்கூடியதாக இருக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்ததாக அவர்களுடைய புத்தாக்க திறன் அல்லது ஆக்க சிந்தனைகளை வளர்த்தெடுக்கக்கூடிய பண்புகள் காணப்பட வேண்டும். அவர்களை ஊக்கப்படுத்தி புத்தாக்க சிந்தனையை மாணவர்களிடத்தில் வளர்த்தெடுக்கக்கூடிய தன்மைகள் இருக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்ததாக ஒளி அமைப்புகள் மற்றும் நிற வர்ணங்கள் கவர்ச்சிகரமாக வெளிச்சமாக இருக்க வேண்டும். உயர்ந்த தொழில்நுட்பம் பயன்படுத்தப்பட வேண்டும். இவ்வாறான பண்புகளை கொண்டதாக 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டு வகுப்பறை இருக்கும்.
Thank you, Sudashini. I am Don Juan Abesekara Malkanthi, sir. My appointment subject is ICT English medium. My district is Monragala, but my registration is number is this. I want to change my medium as English medium. Hey, ICT English not there. ICT English only. Yeah, send me a request, Don Juan Abesekara. So we'll see what we can do. Then someone has sent me the Tripitaka also. Good morning, sir. Vinodani, could you please send the PDF of this presentation because some slides are not clear. You can get the recording. Although I paid for money registration, I paid the course fee in January. I did not receive any further message from NIE after the closing date too. However, my name was on the list of selected student too. So no problem, you contact and you conduct. As I get message from colleague of mine were asked to come to NIE on Saturday. I couldn't come because I had some other exam on Saturday. Okay, you can connect with our people. Good morning, sir. I am Vinashri from Norelia. Your explanation is very clear and good, sir. Your teaching method gives some ideas to improve our knowledge, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Vanishri. Good morning, sir. Presentation is more clear, but English knowledge is less. But with technology, it is possible to manage. Sir, it would be good if you can send us the PDF. Okay. Home economics. Training college certificate course will same to NCO diploma course. Yeah, I'm not going to explain everything, but we'll see. Okay, then we'll go to the next one. මොකක්ද දුන්නේ? බලන්න මතර ආපහු ෂෙයාර් කරනවා. හරි. Yes, 21st century curriculum, themes. So there are themes, global awareness, financial, civic, health and environmental literacy, all these themes also very important for 21st century. This is very important. Designing a curriculum for 21st century. විශේෂයෙන්ම සේවාසට ගැලපෙන curriculum එකක් හදනවා නම් ඒකේ themes තියෙන්න ඕන. ඊට පස්සේ මෙන්න මේ these skills should be covered to match with the 2025. So what are those? Analytical thinking and innovation, विश्लेषणात्मक चिंतने, नवोत्पादने, active learning and teaching strategies. So क्रियाशीली गणम, complex problem solving, that अमारू है मतलब complex संकीर्ण ගැටලු විසඳීමේ හැකියාව, critical thinking and analysis, विचक्षणशीली चिंतने, collaborative, original and initiativeness, right? Sahayogic ඉගෙන ගන්න එක, reasoning, problem solving and ideation. Like this, so there are 15 skills we should nurture through curriculum. So I think it's very important for Tamil student also. So let's see some Tamil interpretation also. So emotional intelligence, service orientation, all these things are there. So few of those will be explained.
கலைத்திட்டம் ஒன்றினை 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டுக்கு பொருத்தமான வகையில் வடிவமைக்கும் போது அங்கு கலைத்திட்டங்களின் ஊடாக என்னவாறான திறன்கள் வளர்த்தெடுக்கப்பட வேண்டும் என்பது பற்றி தான் இந்த ஸ்லைடில் நீங்கள் பார்க்கின்றீர்கள். அதாவது அந்த திறன்களை பற்றி பார்க்கும் போது அனாலிட்டிக்கல் திங்கிங் அண்ட் இனோவேஷன், அதாவது பகுப்பாய்வு சிந்தனை மற்றும் புத்தாக்க திறன்கள் காணப்பட வேண்டும். அடுத்ததாக உயிர் துடிப்பான கற்பித்தல் தந்திரோபாயங்கள் பின்பற்றப்பட வேண்டும். ஆக்டிவ் லேர்னிங், உயிர் துடிப்பான ஒரு கற்றலுக்குரிய உபாயங்கள் அங்கு பின்பற்றப்பட வேண்டும். சிக்கலான பிரச்சனைகளை தீர்க்கக்கூடிய ஆற்றல், காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் ப்ராப்ளம் சால்விங், சிக்கலார்ந்த பிரச்சனைகளை தீர்த்து கொள்ளக்கூடிய திறன்கள் இருக்க வேண்டும். கிரிட்டிக்கல் திங்கிங் அண்ட் அனாலிசிஸ், அதாவது கிரிட்டிக்கல் திங்கிங் என்று சொல்வது நுணுகி ஆராய்ந்து சிந்திக்கக்கூடிய ஆற்றல், அதாவது ஆதாரங்களுடன் கூடியதாக சிந்தனைகளை, அதாவது பிரச்சனைகளை நுணுகி ஒவ்வொரு விஷயமும் ஆராயப்பட்டு சிந்திக்கக்கூடிய அந்த ஆற்றல் மற்றும் அனாலிசிஸ், பகுப்பாய்வு திறன்கள். அடுத்ததாக கிரியேட்டிவிட்டி, ஒரிஜினாலிட்டி அண்ட் இனிஷியேட்டிவ், அதாவது ஆக்கம், புத்தாக்கம், புதிய ஆக்கப்பூர்வமான சிந்தனை. ஒரிஜினாலிட்டி என்று சொல்வது எங்களுக்கே யுனிக்காக கிடைக்கக்கூடிய திறன்கள், எங்களிடம் இருக்கின்ற உள்ளார்ந்த திறன்கள், இன்னொருவருடைய திறன்களை எடுப்பதல்ல, எங்களுக்கு உள்ளே இருக்கின்ற உள்ளார்ந்த விசேடமான அந்த திறன்கள். மற்றும் இனிஷியேட்டிவ் என்று சொல்வது நாங்கள் ஆரம்ப கர்த்தாவாக நாங்களே முன்னின்று செயற்படக்கூடிய அந்த ஆற்றல் இருக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்ததாக ரீசனிங் அண்ட் ப்ராப்ளம் சால்விங் அண்ட் அடாப்டேஷன், அதாவது காரணம் காணும் ஆற்றல், எதற்குமே காரண காரிய தொடர்பு பற்றி சிந்திக்கக்கூடிய ஆற்றல், பிரச்சனை தீர்த்தல். அதற்காக பிரதிபலிப்பு, அடுத்ததாக பிரதிபலிப்பு சிந்தனை, ஒரு விடயம் நடந்த பிறகு அவற்றை பலவீனங்கள் என்பவற்றை ஆராய்ந்து அவற்றுக்காக காரியமாற்றக்கூடிய சிந்தனை மற்றும் பிளெக்சிபிலிட்டி, நெகிழ்வுத்தன்மை. அடுத்ததாக தொழில்நுட்பம் எவ்வாறு எங்களுடைய இந்த கலைத்திட்டத்தை வடிவமைக்க போகின்றது என்பது. அடுத்ததாக தலைமைத்துவம் மற்றும் சமூக திறன்கள் மற்றும் மனவெழுச்சி திறன்கள், இவ்வாறான பல்வேறு திறன்களை வளர்த்தெடுக்கக்கூடியதாக 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டு கலைத்திட்டம் அமைந்திருக்க வேண்டும். கலைத்திட்டத்தை வடிவமைக்கும் போது இந்த திறன்களை வெளிக்கொண்டு வரக்கூடிய வகையில் கலைத்திட்டம் வடிவமைக்கப்பட வேண்டும். ஓகே சார்.
Okay, thank you. Because all these new words are new to you, therefore don't worry. During this next few years, you have to learn day by day. That's the learning system. You don't know anything, but later you will learn many things. So you go to the 21st century designing curriculum, you find these things. Then by using even the dictionary or Google, you can learn many things. That's why I call it lifelong learning or self-directed lifelong learner, right? So you understand what is it. So now we are guiding you. You have to learn. Mama, ඔයගලට guide කෙනෙක් විතරයි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ තමයි ඉගෙන ගන්න. Learning. Learning is up to you. Depending on your commitment and encouragement, your learning methods may be differ. But when you discuss as a team, you can learn. There may be some people who are good in English, they will teach the meaning and all these things. In future, you have to do the presentation on the same topics, then you will learn more and more and you can remember. Then 21st century curriculum, life skills, 21st century contents, learning and thinking skills, ICT literacy, 4 subjects. So now we have only the 4 subjects. We have to add ICT literacy, learning and thinking skills, 21st century contents, life skills. So 21st century education curriculum is a broader one. So we cannot limit it to the core subjects. Yes, we have core subjects, but we have to inculcate this ICT literacy, learning and thinking skills, 21st century contents and life skills to those subjects. That is the secret behind the 21st century curriculum. We don't teach only the mathematics or Sinhala or Tamil, but we blend the knowledge and we create the higher order thinking and we allow you to think innovatively. We allow you to use media and introduction and information and communication technology and literacy skills and real life experience. So now you can see our proposed education system is much more far better than the present system. The student become the real learners. Then ICT literacy also there. Then learning and thinking skills, critical thinking, problem solving, communication, all this collaboration, creativity, character and citizenship, peer learning, self-studying, research-oriented. All these things are part of the learning skills. And 21st century content, independent, interdisciplinary, project-based, high-order thinking skills, multiple intelligence, technology and multimedia, all these things are authentic assessment. You understand this. So therefore, our new curriculum is totally different from the present one to make them fourth industrial revolution ready and 21st century educators. So outcome-based 21st century curriculum should be outcome-based, fast-changing world. It should be matched with the fast-changing world. Integrated curriculum, research-driven, and our Deputy Director General also here. It should be research-driven, student or learner-centered, active learning, not the passive learning, high order thinking, not the low order thinking, not the learning alone. It's a collaborative learning using multimedia, multiple forms of assessment. We use various assessments, developing lifelong learning. You cannot stop learning. Intrinsic motivation. So it's a built-in motivation to learn and enjoy learning. Very important. Students should learn in enjoyable manner. Learning should be fun. Respect and love children and stress-free, healthy mind. Now you understand? All the teachers are expecting these factors for a long time. I'm sure now you are happy because all these things can be adopted, introduced through our new 21st century curriculum. Most of the teachers, parents have been waiting to do this, but you didn't know what are the changes, you understand what are the changes we have proposed. And you can go to the internet and learn many things, as I told you. Then 21st century teaching and learning has to be redefined. So foundational knowledge to know, the humanistic knowledge to value, the metacognitive meta knowledge to act. So students should be able to work in organization and act in the society. At the same time, you should know your foundations. At the same time, you should value your humanistic things. So life or job skills, ethnic, emotional awareness, cultural competencies, also part of the skills. The digital and ICT literacies, co-content knowledge also very important, but not the only thing. Cross-disciplinary knowledge. How are you going to use this knowledge with other subjects? So meta knowledge, creativity, innovation, problem solving, critical thinking, communication, collaboration, all these things. So 21st century learning has three main areas: humanistic knowledge, meta knowledge, and the foundational knowledge. So now we are only focusing on foundational knowledge. No alone is not enough. Knowledge plus skills and attitudes and values and the mindset and paradigm are important. So 21st century learning is the same thing, and 21st century assessment. So curriculum has to be changed, the teaching, learning, and assessment. All three components has to be changed. අපි අධ්‍යාපනයේ තියෙන්නේ ළමයි හදන්න නම් 21st century වලට ගැලපෙන තුනයි. curriculum එක වෙනස් වෙන්න ඕන, teaching, learning, and assessment. ඉගෙනුම් ක්‍රියාවලිය සහ අගයයි. Then now you understand all three areas to be changed. That's why we call it not reform but transformation. So what is 21st century learning and assessment? 21st century learning and assessment is embedded in various strategies. Need to advance students' learning in a dynamic world. The following can be noted. So, 21st century learning and assessment first equation is project-based. Always project-based, problem-based learning. To do higher order thinking and collaboration is equal to 21st century learning. What do you mean project-based or problem-based or inquiry-based? So, දරුවන්ට හොයන්න ඉගෙන ගන්න දෙන්න, ගැටලු විසඳන්න දෙන්න. ව්‍යාපෘති ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්න වෙන අධ්‍යාපනයක් තමයි තියෙන්න ඕන. And we promote it higher order thinking, not the lower. කටපාඩම් කරලා ඉල්ලුම සැපෙම ගැන ලියන්න, නන් ටිකක් ලියන්න, රජුරන්ගේ නම ලියන්න නෙමෙයි. More than that, you should develop, nurture the higher order thinking, not the lower order thinking. දොළ අර්බුදයට හේතු මොනවද? ඒකට විසඳුම මොනවද? ආහාර අර්බුදයට. මේ දවස්වල අල ගලවනවා, අල මිල පහළ යනවා. ඒකට මොනවද හේතු? මොනවද උත්තර? මේ මිල ඉහළ යාම එමෙත ගොවියන්ගේ දුප්පත්කමට හේතු මොනවාද? Likewise, they should think creatively and find solution. ඒතර එක උත්තර කියන්න පුළුවන්. So not a single answer is expected. Then collaboration. They find the solution in collaborative manner. So if I ask you now, how are you going to introduce your school teaching learning principle to match with the 21st century? You might come with various novel ideas. That's what we need. So එක උත්තරයක් අපිට වැඩක් නැහැ. 2 2 4 කියන්න ඔක්කොම පුළුවන්. But by using that knowledge, theoretical and various knowledge skills, we need innovative answers. So 21st century learning is equal project-based higher order thinking and collaboration. Then 21st century assessment is equal to 21st century learning. It's about including project-based and higher order thinking, collaboration, and self and peer assessment. තමන් යාළුවෝ assess කරනවා මට ලකුණු කීයක් දෙන්න කියලා. And timely feedback and reflection. The teacher will give the feedback and reflection equal 21st century assessment. එක විභාගයක් ලියලා පැය 3න් උත්තර දෙන ක්‍රමයක් නෙවෙයි අපිට තියෙන්නේ. So more than that. Therefore, we have formative and summative. Some bhavana, some pindita assessment. So we have to use both. ළමයා හැමදාම ඉස්කෝලේ වෙලාවට එනවද? Is the student punctual? Is he doing the teamwork? Is he creative? Is he good in mathematics or science or music? All these things has to be assessed from the first day of the school. So for that we have given 70 marks. Exam we have given only 30 marks until grade 6 to 9. So you can easily develop and identify the student skills and this thing. Make a clear note of that.
இருபத்தி ஓராம் நூற்றாண்டினுடைய மதிப்பீடு அல்லது கணிப்பீடு பணிகள் எவ்வாறு அமைந்திருக்க வேண்டும் என்றும் நாங்கள் கவனம் செலுத்த வேண்டிய தேவை இருக்கின்றது. 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டுக்கான மதிப்பீட்டு பணிகள், அதாவது அவருடைய கணிப்பீடுகள் அதிகமாக ஃபார்மேட்டிவ் அசஸ்மெண்ட் என்பதை மையப்படுத்தியதாக இருக்க வேண்டும். இங்கு நீங்கள் பார்த்தீர்களாக இருந்தால் பல்வேறு விதமான நுட்ப முறைகள், வித்தியாசமான வெவ்வேறுபட்ட நுட்பங்களை பயன்படுத்தி கொண்டு இந்த மதிப்பீட்டு பணிகளை செய்ய வேண்டிய தேவை இருக்கும். அதுல ஒரு சமன்பாடு ஒன்று கொடுக்கப்பட்டுள்ளது, ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பேஸ்ட், அதாவது செயற்திட்டங்களை அடிப்படையாக கொண்டு உயர்மட்ட சிந்தனை திறன்களை அதனுடன் இணைத்து கொண்டதாக அனைவரும் இணைந்து மதிப்பீடுகளை செய்யக்கூடியதாக இருக்கும் போதுதான் அந்த 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டுக்குரிய கற்றல், அதுக்குரிய திறன்களை மதிப்பீடு செய்வதாக அது இருக்கும். ஆகவே செயற்திட்டத்தை அடிப்படையாக கொண்ட உயர்மட்ட சிந்தனை ஆற்றல்கள், அதாவது புத்தாக்கம், ஒன்றை உருவாக்குதல், பகுப்பாய்வு செய்தல் போன்ற உயர்மட்ட சிந்தனை ஆற்றல்களை கொண்டதாக இந்த கணிப்பீடுகள் இருக்க வேண்டும். அதே சந்தர்ப்பத்தில் சுயமாக தன்னை மதிப்பீடு செய்துகின்ற பணி, மற்றது பியர் அசஸ்மெண்ட், அதாவது சகபாடி மதிப்பீடு, அவையும் இங்கு முக்கியத்துவம் பெற்றதாக இருக்கின்றது. அடுத்ததாக பின்னூட்டல்கள், அந்த நேரத்துக்கு வழங்கப்படுகின்ற பொருத்தமான பின்னூட்டல்கள் மற்றும் ரிஃப்ளெக்ஷன்ஸ், அதாவது பிரதிபலிப்புகள். நாங்கள் செய்த இந்த பிரசன்டேஷனாக இருக்கட்டும், அல்லது ஒரு அசைன்மெண்டாக இருக்கட்டும், ஒரு பரீட்சையாக இருக்கட்டும், அவை தொடர்பான ரிஃப்ளெக்ஷன்ஸ் ஒரு மதிப்பீட்டு நுட்பமாக பயன்படுத்தப்பட வேண்டும். அப்ப இந்த ஃபார்மேட்டிவ் அசஸ்மெண்ட், அதாவது இடையிட்ட மதிப்பீடு, மற்றது இறுதி மதிப்பீடு, நாங்க சம்மேட்டிவ் அசஸ்மெண்ட் சொல்லப்படுகின்ற இறுதி மதிப்பீடு. அப்ப இடையிட்ட மதிப்பீடு, இறுதி மதிப்பீடு என்ற அடிப்படையில் இந்த 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டுக்குரிய மதிப்பீடுகள் அந்த 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டு திறன்களை வெளிக்கொணரக்கூடியதாக அமைந்திருக்க வேண்டும்.
Okay. So likewise, there are 21st century assessment. It should be responsive, flexible, integrated, informative, multi-method, communicated, technically proper, and systematic. All these things are there. So we'll tell you those things. Then assessment is responsive, flexible. All these details are there. I'm not going to explain all these things. You can read out. And 21st century assessment has a lot of branches based on this responsive, flexible, all these things. They have again explained what is it, right? Responsive, visible, performance based work. Feedback is to be targeted to the outcome. So always targeted is there. Everyone can see transparent assessment systems are there. It's flexible, need to be adaptable to student setting. 21st century proactive 21st century approaches are more visible. All these things are there. So you can learn details later. In assessment methods, especially we are talking about the rubrics, how student is measured via rubrics. So you can go to the internet and see 21st century assessment and the linkage between the rubrics. So rubric is a new term for you. Please learn those things. You have 2.5 years or 4 years to learn more details. We'll do those things in future. Especially rubrics are used to measure in the classroom. Normally we measure from 1 to 4. So now I can show you one example. I'll ask a question, right? Can anyone in this group can tell me what are the 21st century skills? Can you type? Type karanna, what are the 21st century skills? I will give you 1 minute. Inadia Katulata, 21st century skills, type karanna. You learn, but you don't remember sometime. Let's see. What are the 21st century skills? Even Sinhala or Tamil, okay. Yes, life skills is there. Learning, literacy skills, yes. Literacy skill, learning skills, learning, literacy and life skills, yes. Now, your timing, yes, good. So what are the learning skills? Right, if anyone can give the total answer once, so you get 4, only partly correct, 2, not much good, 1, right? Likewise, so in front of the student, you can ask questions and assess. So what are the learning skills? Very good, people are responding. Yes, 4 C's, 3 skills, learning skills. Very good. Now, it's very, very interactive approach. So, learning with 7,000 students at once. This is the big achievement in Sri Lanka, I think, first time. Make a recording channel. So this recording will be available on channel NI. You go to the channel NI and type under the B.Ed orientation day 2, you can find this recording. Okay, interesting. Now see, I am in Colombo, you are in Jaffna, Kurunegala, Morelia, Badulla. We can talk each other, I can test you. Right? So these called assessment. No need to have exam. I can assess you on the spot, and maybe we will develop a robot, then they will give you a marks. So learning skills are critical thinking and problem solving, creativity, and creativity, innovation and entrepreneurship, collaboration and teamwork, and communication. So normally you call 4 C's, but I have expanded it for further. So if you give all 4 areas correctly, and if you understand what is the meaning of that, then you get 4 marks. First you can write 4, then you have to explain this, then you can adopt it in the classroom, make a develop karane komada kiyala apdi kiyala dunnat pantiyedi, then you get 4 marks. So tunama hariyata karana ekana 12ක් හම් වෙනවා නැත්නම් ඊට අඩුයි. Okay, so that is our assessment. So identify learning outcomes, knowledge domain to the assessment, identify assessment task, identify performance criteria and weights, identify performance level, write performance descriptors, discuss with the peers and students, use and review rubrics. So this is the process, 7-step process. Now you understand, in the classroom, we are giving 70 marks during 10 weeks. So you can use this method. Please learn. I'm sure you will learn a lot. St. Bloom's taxonomy, especially remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. This is the old Bloom's taxonomy. This is the revised taxonomy. So now we are using this remembering. Now you can understand remembering. You can remember learning skills, life skills, etc. You should understand what is it. Then you should apply these skills in the school classroom. You analyze, evaluate, and create. Finally, you should create something after remembering, understanding. Now, teachers are saying, you should create a new teaching learning method to measure higher order thinking. So that is the thinking. Now, presently, in our exam, we measure only the remembering, even understanding sometimes, or little bit applying. So that is the problem. So we call it low order thinking here. But if you want to take high order thinking, you have to take a student to the creation or problem solvers, innovative thinkers. Yes.
அதாவது மதிப்பீட்டு பணிகளை நாங்கள் முன்னெடுக்கும் போது அவர்களுக்கு புள்ளி வழங்குகின்ற புதிய நுட்பங்களையும் நாங்கள் பயன்படுத்த வேண்டும் என்று இங்கு கூறப்பட்டது. அதாவது ருப்ரிக்ஸ் என்ற ஒரு நுட்பத்தை பயன்படுத்தி, ருப்ரிக்ஸ் என்ற சொல் அதாவது அவருக்குரிய புள்ளிகளை, அவருடைய பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் ஆற்றுகைக்கு புள்ளிகள் வழங்கும் போது ஒரு பக்கம் நாங்கள் எதிர்பார்த்திருக்கின்ற மட்டங்கள், மற்ற பக்கமாக அவருடைய நாங்கள் வகுத்திருக்கின்ற நியதிகள், அப்ப அவருடைய மட்டம் எவ்வாறு இருக்கின்றது, நாங்கள் எதிர்பார்க்கின்ற நியதிகள் எவ்வாறு இருக்கின்றது என்ற அடிப்படையில் நாங்கள் ரூப்ரிக்ஸ் டெவலப் பண்ணி அவர்களுக்கு மதிப்பீட்டு புள்ளிகள் வழங்கலாம் என்று கூறப்பட்டிருந்தது. தற்போது நீங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கின்ற ஸ்லைட் வந்து இந்த ப்ளூம்ஸின் டெக்ஸானமி, அதாவது பெஞ்சமின் ப்ளூம் என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்ற ஒரு கல்வி உளவியல் அறிஞர் இந்த அறிவு தொகுதி எவ்வாறு கட்டியெழுப்பப்படுகின்றது, எவ்வாறான திறன்கள் இங்கு நாங்கள் மாணவர்களிடத்தில் ஏற்படுத்த வேண்டும் என்ற வகையில் இது முன்னெடுக்கப்பட்டது. 1950ஆம் ஆண்டுகளில் ப்ளூமால் முன்வைக்கப்பட்ட இந்த டெக்ஸானமி, இந்த சொற்தொகுதிகள் பிறகு பின்னர் அவருடைய மாணவர்களால் மறுசீரமைப்புக்கு உட்படுத்தப்பட்டது. ஆகவே இந்த உச்சத்தில் இருக்கின்ற இந்த திறன்கள், உச்சகட்டத்தில் இருக்கின்ற இந்த திறன்கள் உயர்மட்ட சிந்தனை ஆற்றல்களை வெளிப்படுத்துவதாக இருக்கின்றது. இப்போ உதாரணமாக இந்த ரிவைஸ்டு ப்ளூம் டெக்ஸானமியில பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த கிரியேட்டிங், இவாலுவேட்டிங், அனலைசிங் என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்ற இந்த திறன்கள் இவை உயர்மட்ட ஹையர் ஆர்டர் திங்கிங் ஸ்கில் என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்ற உயர்மட்ட சிந்தனை ஆற்றல்களையும், அதுக்கு கீழாக இருக்கின்ற ரிமெம்பரிங், அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங், அப்ளையிங் போன்ற இந்த திறன்கள், இந்த பதங்கள் தாழ்மட்ட, அதாவது தாழ்மட்ட லோவர் ஆர்டர் திங்கிங் ஸ்கில்ஸ், தாழ்மட்ட சிந்தனை ஆற்றல்களையும் வெளிப்படுத்துவதாக அமைகின்றது. ஆகவே எங்களுடைய வகுப்பறையில் இருக்கின்ற மாணவர்களின் அவர்களுடைய உயர்மட்ட சிந்தனை ஆற்றல்களை வெளிப்படுத்தக்கூடிய வகையில், அதற்குரிய வாய்ப்புகளை ஏற்படுத்த வகையில் எங்களுடைய கற்றல், கற்பித்தல், மதிப்பீடு, கணிப்பீடு என்பவை அமைந்திருக்க வேண்டும்.
The learning pyramid. This is very important topic in my lesson. This Bloom's taxonomy and learning pyramid. So what is the learning pyramid? So learning pyramid, average retention rates. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් දරුවට මතක හිටින ප්‍රමාණය. If I lecture like this, you can remember only 5%. If you read 10%. If you do audio visual, video bellword, you are correct 20%. If you do demonstration, 30%. It all 4 steps are considered as passive learning. Right? Then discussion group. If you discuss, if you become a 10-member groups and discuss 50%. Practice by doing. If you practice the same thing in the school, 75%. You teach others. You do it and teach me. Instead of I teach, you can remember 90%. So that is called participatory active learning methods. So in future, we will shift from passive learning to active learning. So you learn through participatory teaching learning methods and you can remember more. So why people fail, people don't remember our lecture method. Our teaching learning method is passive learning. So convert it to the active learning. So as teachers, you can do it as soon as your class starts. So instead of teaching, make them teams. කණ්ඩායමකට කඩන්න. කඩලා ඒගොල්ලොන්ට chapter 1, 2, 3 ඉගෙනගෙන ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකට ගිහලා හොයාගෙන ආවිල්ලා ප්‍රසන්ට් කරන්න. No need internet, nothing. So even using a blackboard or even using posters, they can teach you. Please try this. Your results will be increased drastically. So unfortunately, learning pyramid we learn, but we never practice. But in our reform, we take passive to active learning.
அடுத்ததாக லேர்னிங் பிரமிட், அதாவது கற்றல் கூம்பு என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்ற இந்த விடயம் பற்றி நாங்கள் பேச இருக்கின்றோம். இந்த லேர்னிங் பிரமிட் என்பது கற்பதை எந்த அளவுக்கு ஞாபகத்தில் மாணவர்கள் வைத்துக் கொள்கின்றார்கள், எந்தெந்த கற்பித்தல் முறைகள் எவ்வளவு சதவீதமான ரிட்டென்ஷனை கொடுக்கின்றது, அதாவது ஞாபகம் வைத்திருக்கும் திறனை கொடுக்கின்றது என்பது தொடர்பாக ஒரு ஆய்விலிருந்து முன்னெடுக்கப்பட்ட விடயமாக இருக்கின்றது. அதாவது இப்ப நாங்கள் விரிவுரைகள் நடத்தும் போது 5% ஞாபக சக்தியே இருக்கு. தானாக வாசித்து கற்கும் போது 10% ஞாபக சக்தி, ஆடியோ விஷுவல் அதாவது ஒளி ஊடக அமைப்புகளில் கற்கும் போது 20% ஞாபகத்திறன், டெமான்ஸ்ட்ரேஷன் செய்து காட்டல் என்பதன் மூலமாக கற்கும் போது 30% ஞாபகத்திறன். இவை இந்த 30% ஞாபகத்திறன்கள் இவை வந்து passive teaching methods என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்றது. அதாவது உயிர் துடிப்பற்ற ஒரு கற்றல் முறையாகத்தான், கற்பித்தல் முறையாகத்தான் இவை காணப்படுகின்றன. இம்முறைகளை பயன்படுத்தி நாங்கள் கற்பிக்கும் போது மாணவர்களுடைய ஞாபக திறன்கள் வந்து குறைந்த மட்டத்திலேயே காணப்படுகின்றது. இருப்பினும் உயிர் துடிப்பான பங்கு பெற்றலுடன் கூடிய ஆக்டிவ் டீச்சிங் மெத்தட்ஸுக்கு நாங்க போவோமாக இருந்தால், இப்ப குரூப் டிஸ்கஷனுக்கு போவோமா இருந்தால் 50% ஞாபகத்திறன் இருக்கு. இதே நாங்கள் பிராக்டிஸ் பை டூயிங், அதாவது செய்து பார்த்தலின் மூலமாக பயிற்சி செய்தல் என்பவற்றினூடாக 75% ஞாபகத்திறன் இருக்கும். டீச் அதர்ஸ், அதாவது ஏனையவர்களுக்கு கற்பித்தல். இப்ப ஒரு மாணவர் குழுவுல இருக்கிறாங்க, அவரை பியர்ஸ் சகபாடிகளுக்கு தானே கற்பிக்கக்கூடிய, தனக்குள் தானே கற்பிக்கக்கூடிய, மற்றவர்களுக்கு சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கக்கூடிய அந்த முறையை நாங்கள் வகுப்பறையில் பின்பற்றினால் அவர்களுடைய மெமரி, அதாவது ஞாபக திறன்கள் வந்து 90% இருக்கும். ஆகவே இங்கு நாங்கள் இறுதியாக குறிப்பிட்ட குரூப் டிஸ்கஷன், பிராக்டிஸ் பை டூயிங், டீச் அதர்ஸ் என்ற இந்த டீச்சிங் டெக்னிக்குகளை நாங்கள் பயன்படுத்தும் போது அவர்களுடைய ஞாபக திறன் அதிக அளவில் இருக்கும். இவையே உயிர் துடிப்பான கற்றலாக அமைந்திருக்கும். ஆகவே எங்களுடைய இந்த கலைத்திட்ட மறுசீரமைப்பு கூட இந்த உயிர் துடிப்பான கற்றலுக்குரிய வாய்ப்புகளை அதிகரிப்பதாக, அவற்றுக்குரிய செயற்பாடுகளை உள்ளடக்கியதாகவே அமைந்திருக்கின்றன.
Yes, now you understand what is higher order thinking, taking the student to the Bloom's taxonomy top, to the creation side. Otherwise, low order thinking. If you want to make student remembering more things, you have to convert passive learning to active learning. So in reform, we are doing both. Right? Also, we will use blended learning, right? And authentic learning, all these new techniques. So fourth industrial revolution is there, and robotics, all these things you can find. I am not going to explain all these things. Then education 4.0 should be matching with the fourth industrial revolution. So I am not going to explain all these things. So now it's your time to learn. So education 4.0 is a technique for learning that is connected with the fourth industrial revolution and focuses on transforming the future of education through advanced technology and automation. So education 4.0, we have to find out innovation, producing innovative education, right? Authentic learning, very important. So today our learning is not connected to the day-to-day life. But now we are linking our learning to the society or day-to-day life. It's called authentic learning. Susatta iganum. What is the Tamil word?
மெய் நிலை கற்று.
Main ilai katra. Mei nilai katra. Me nilai katra. Authentic learning. Day-to-day life is linked with the learning. Authentic learning refers to a wide variety of educational and instructional techniques, focuses on connecting what students are taught in school to real world issues, problems, and applications. So very good example. So you can teach mathematics, science, or geography, or social science, civic education. Now let the student go to the Grama Sayaka Vasama and collect the information, the geographical area, the population, male, female, government servant, the self-employees, the youth, the Samurdhi recipients, number of paddy fields, and how many acres are cultivated, not cultivated, rubber, tea, whatever, and how many businesses are there, how many factories are there, how many doctors, all these things can be added. Then they can find out problem, say poverty, or food problem, or cultivation issues, fertilizer issue, whatever. And they can jointly find answers. So this is called authentic learning, right? So improved attitudes towards learning, accelerated learning, great opportunity for creativity, great opportunity for reflection and self-assessment, transform mistakes into valuable long learning tools. Let them do mistakes, but they will learn, right? Doing mistake is the best teacher. To guide students towards college majors and careers, so then they can thinking about their future college education or job opportunities, better prepare student to contribute to the society. Finally, they can contribute to the society in much better way. Therefore, this Susatyaganam, some people call Satyaganam, is very important, make them happy, right? So our new teaching learning methods are highly linked up with the day-to-day life. Then blended learning. So instead of just learning in the classroom, they can go to the internet and they can use YouTube and various other internet distance learning things and learn. That is called Sammishrita Iganama or blended learning. This approach incorporates blended with technology. We will to well customize the student's experience. A mixture of learning opportunities can be created. Teachers interact with student and student collaborate with each other in peer-to-peer discussion. So they learn, become active learners since you use the discussion method. Students collaboratively work with devices that provide the individualized content and learning resources and student needs. Student can be get into the different learning opportunities and experiences within the same instructional period. Now, I read out because it's very important. Now, after this, my lecture, I will give you a lesson or assignment based on blended learning. This is the blended learning classroom, anatomy of blended learning classroom. So anytime, anywhere, access to the learning and support. So critical thinking, communication, collaborative, and forces are motivated. Come on. Then student engagement, interactive media rich content, personalized learning, then real-time performance, data information instruction, greater student teacher interaction. All these things are there. The teachers use discussion, smart boards, videos, webinars, all these things. This is called blended learning. In collaborative learning, students are learning always with others as teams. The collaborative learning approach involves pupils working together on activities or learning tasks in a group small enough to ensure that everyone participates. So maximum size is 10. So we will give you a 10-member groups and allow you to learn. So already have we made the groups? Groups hadalti in Tamil. So advantages of collaborative learning, development of higher level thinking, oral communication, self-management and leadership skills, promotion of student facility interactions, increase the student retention, self-esteem and responsibility. You teach us instead of we teach, exposure to and increase an understanding of diverse perspectives, preparation for real life, social and employment situation. So all these things are there. The problem-based learning. So always PBL or problem-based or project-based learning is also very important. We give you projects, we give you problems, then finally you can learn through those. So these are the new techniques to improve your critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, etc. The inquiry-based learning is the key. So you always ask questions, investigate, create, discuss, and reflect the answers. That is called inquiry-based learning. Then advantages of inquiry-based learning, there are many you can learn. Then 21st century education, all these things you can find. So that is many things. And also, since we have 15 minutes more, I'll give you a little bit more. Finally, the crisis. We are in a crisis. So crisis in Chinese characters writing in 2 letters. First letter is represent danger. The second letter in opportunity. In China or Japan or Taiwan, they write the crisis even in Korea by using these 2 letters. First letter danger and the second letter opportunity. So crisis is an opportunity. So this crisis help us to understand the problem. So therefore, let's use this crisis as an opportunity. Well, I am eating and teaching. Okay. So in our language, we have only the danger. අපේ භාෂාවේ තියෙන්නේ danger side එක විතරයි. But we have lost the opportunity. So let's use it as an opportunity. So let's use this crisis as an opportunity to change the country, change the thinking, and find solutions. That is very important. So as teachers, let's cultivate this idea. Crisis as an opportunity. Danger is there, but let's focus on opportunity. Never let a good crisis go to waste. The crisis එක waste කරගන්න එපා. As Winston Churchill. So crisis is a great opportunity. Don't waste. එනිසා මේ crisis එක අපි හොඳ opportunity එකක් වශයෙන් පාවිච්චි කරමු. මම all these 7,000 students, if you think in that way, you can change the country. Never let a good crisis go to a waste. So, illiterate, අධ්‍යාපනයක් නැති කියලා කියන්නේ in 21st century will not to be those who cannot read, write, and but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So, if you want to be a literate in 21st century, reading, writing, arithmetic is not enough. You have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So, you are learning. And you have to unlearn the present thinking. දැනට තියෙනවා ඔක්කොම අමතක කරලා ඒ කියන්නේ ඒවා ගොඩක් අලුතෙන් relearn කරන්න. That is what we need. So all thinking, all way of doing things are outdated. Thank you. So, make a video. I'll show you one video. You play right.
Applied learning is getting our kids to go beyond the classroom. Whatever knowledge they have acquired in the classroom, use it in the real world. Some may find science to be dull, mathematics to be boring, English to be tedious. But when you give them that space to express themselves, whether through the arts or through a project like robotics, you see the sparkle in the children's eyes. It anchors their passion for learning. Passion drives lifelong learning. It's critical for our schools to inculcate this very tacitly in spaces so that it becomes. Applied learning is getting our kids to go beyond the classroom. Whatever knowledge they have acquired in the classroom, use it in the real world. Some may find science to be dull, mathematics to be boring, English to be tedious. But when you give them that space to express themselves, whether through the arts or through a project like robotics, you see the sparkle in the children's eyes. It anchors their passion for learning. Passion drives lifelong learning. English to be tedious, but applied learning is getting our kids to go beyond the classroom. Whatever knowledge they have acquired in the classroom, use it in the real world. Some may find science to be dull, mathematics to be boring, English to be tedious. But when you give them that space to express themselves, whether through the arts or through a project like robotics, you see the sparkle in the children's eyes. It anchors their passion for learning. Passion drives lifelong learning. It's critical for our schools to inculcate this very tacitly into our curriculum, into our CCAs, what we call the applied learning programs and spaces, so that it becomes part and parcel of learning. Classroom learning remains important because it's the foundation where we can build applied learning upon. How we can improve our school system is getting the kids to get active out of the classroom, show what they have learned. Most importantly, champion their own learning throughout life when they are outside of our schools. And parents, with their pastoral role, help children make the connections on what it means to actually learn. Not just grades, but getting the whole learning journey in place where children enjoy learning, own their own learning, and be able to express what they have learned. I will want our primary schools to have ALPs by 2023 so that they can learn in the full continuum of holistic education.
Yes. You can understand the background of our education reforms. When we watch the Singapore active learning process, action-oriented learning. So likewise, we will allow our students also to do the same thing. So therefore, vision of education, NEC policy, national education policy, a holistic, progressive and lifelong learner for a cohesive, peaceful, patriotic Sri Lankan citizen, a society attuned to the face, the local and global challenges. A tagline, productive, caring and patriotic citizen. So that is the national education policy. So there are many things. There are many statistics. I am not going to show you all. Then free online courses are there, MOOCs are there, massive open online courses are there, DP Digital University is there. All these things are solutions. And also, if your students are good, even you, ICT student, lecturers, you go to the Upwork or Fiverr. In network, you can earn dollars. Upwork and Fiverr. Join the world market. So there are many jobs you can do: digital entry specialist, data entry specialist, video editors, data analyst, Sophie developers, Ruby and Rails developers, etc. So if you go to Upwork, sometimes there are students don't go to study much, but they like data entry or coding. Allow them to learn those. So Upwork, hire a pro for any skill, development and IT, design and creative, sales and marketing, all these things are there. This is an example.
3D visualization. concept ඉදිරියට මේ
what I know, මෙතන mic එක අයින් කරන්න. what I know. what I know. මෙතන sounds අයින් කරන්න.
මට මෙම ආන්න හිතුණා දැන් මේ
මට ඒ වුණාද කවන්නේ මට එනවා.
ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් ක්ලයින්ට්ලත් එක්ක එතකොට ලංකාවේ අයත් එක්කත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම වැඩ කරනවා ඇති.
ඔව් ලංකාවත් එක්ක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට මේ මම වැඩ මම කියන්නේ මම ફોකස් කරලා තිබ්බේ ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් පැත්ත හින්දා මොකද මම බේසිකලි වැඩ කරේ 5 වෙබ්සයිට් එක through. එතකොට මට එතනදී මුණ ගැහෙන්නෙම ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කියන්නේ ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් ක්ලයන්ට්ස්ලා. මොකද ලංකාවෙන් අය මේ කියන්නේ සවුත් ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් කියන්නේ මේ සවුත් ඒෂියන් රීජන් එකකිනුත් එළිය ගොඩක් වෙලාවට හම්බෙන්නේ 5 මේ වෙබ්සයිට් එක through. එතකොට ලෝකල් ක්ලයන්ට්ස්ලා මම 5 වෙබ්සයිට් එකෙන් පස්සේ ඊට පස්සේ මගේම බ්‍රෑන්ඩ් එකක් මම පටන් ගත්තා. ඉතින් ඒ බ්‍රෑන්ඩ් එකත් එක්ක මම මගේ සෝෂල් මීඩියා through මගේ කරන වැඩ අප්ලෝඩ් කරන්න පටන් ගත්තට පස්සේ ඒ වැඩ අප්ලෝඩ් කරන්න පටන් ගත්තට පස්සේ මට දැන් ටික ටික ලංකාවේ ක්ලයන්ට්ස් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්න හම්බ වෙනවා. වෙනස ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ලංකාවේ ක්ලයන්ට්ස්ලයි ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් ක්ලයන්ට්ස්ලා ගත්තොත් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කියන්නේ අපිට මේ කමියුනිකේට් කරන්න ලංකාවේත් එක්ක ලේසි. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කියන්නේ ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් ක්ලයන්ට්ස් එක්ක මේ ගනුදෙනු කරද්දී සමහරවිට භාෂාවේ ප්‍රශ්න එනවා අපිට. එතකොට ලංකාවේ ප්‍රධාන වෙනස තමයි කියන්නේ අපිට කමියුනිකේෂන් එකේ ලංකාවේත් එක්ක ගනුදෙනු කරන්න ලේසි. නමුත් ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ ලංකාවේ ගොඩක් හවුසින් ප්ලෑන් වලින් බැලුවොත් එහෙම අපිට කියන්නේ ලංකාවේ රික්වයර්මන්ට්ස් වැඩි. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපි කියන්නේ බලන සයිට්ස් වැඩි වෙනවා. මොකද ලංකාවේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට වාස්තු ෆෙන්ෂුයි මේ වගේ විශ්වාස කරනවානේ. ඊළඟට ජ්‍යොතිෂ පැත්ත ඒ පැත්ත තියෙනවා. එතකොට අර මට තියෙන අර ෆ්‍රීඩම් එක තවත් පොඩි වෙනවා. ඩිසයිනර් කෙනෙක් විදිහට ආෆර් වෙනවා.
So likewise, he is using Fiverr. So you also can try. Even Game Lamata, the rural boy or girl can earn dollars. This boy is making $20,000 a month, right? Using Fiverr. So our education reforms is called Nations Education for National Development. Therefore, අපි ලංකාව සංවර්ධනය කරගන්න, we want to change education. It is not just the school education, but the nation's education. So education for sustainable national development and sustainable peace. Tirasara Arthika Samvadesa, Tirasara Sami. Sustainable peace should be linked up with education. No child left behind. Kisuma Darwe Kalen Nati. Every child should succeed. All the students should be succeeded. And whole child development are the key words. So transform education, transform Sri Lanka is our tagline. I think Honorable Minister is trying to do good work with this tagline. So let's get together and change our country to make it this country a developed nation. So in our school, we have A-type student, C-type student, and B-type student. So A-type student are the people who are good in education. C-type are the people not doing good in education, but I'll show you they are the people who do the correct jobs. This Kiyosaki expands on his belief the school system has been created to develop A student or employees, E student. Those A students who read well, memorize well, and test well, and not the creative thinkers, visionaries, and dreamers, entrepreneurs in the making. Those C students who grow up to be innovators and creators of new ideas, business applications, and products. Therefore, our new education system develop and understand all A, B, C. A students are the good doctors, engineers, professors, A student. But C student, like Mr. Nawaloka Mudalali, he has gone to grade 5. But under him, there are professors, there are doctors, there are engineers working under him. So Nawaloka is a C student, Dharmadasa, Mr. Dharmadasa. But under his creativity, entrepreneurship, visionary leadership, a lot of A students are working. So what we should do is, we should develop all A and B. B students are the people who, like us, we work for the government or the companies or make salaries. So let's develop C student more and more, entrepreneurs. That is lacking. But this C student will give more jobs to the A student. Unfortunately, in our country, C students are dropped. That is the main problem. In your school, develop the C's. Then they will give more jobs. They are the real entrepreneurs. So I am sure you like this idea. So A student work for C student, and why B student work for government. So this is a good theory. So let's find out C student and develop. This is the few slides I missed earlier. Artificial intelligence, robotics, Internet of Things, autonomous vehicles, biotechnology, all these things are the keywords of fourth industrial revolution. Then fifth industrial revolution, creativity must meet technology. So in future, you have to do those. This is the expected outcome of the general education. So as a NIE, we have been discussing these things for the last 3 years. And finally, we have defined the person who is coming out of the education should be like this. So we will read out. Desired outcome of general education. Samanya Adhyapaning Elite in Darua, developing youth who understand self and manage self. Tamanga Terungatta, Tamanga Kalabana Karana Karagandiba, Pulang, loves the country, society, and think critically and resolve problems in creative, innovative, and entrepreneurial manner, using the latest knowledge with practical and pragmatic way, with positive and can-do attitude, who is honest, open, and transparent, with humanistic and authentic approach, who is an effective communicator and team player, with leadership skills and savvy with digital skills, and ready to face with the 21st century and fourth industrial revolution challenges in both local and global context. As a self-directed learner, you can say self-directed lifelong learner, who can contribute to the sustainable national development and peace as a responsible Sri Lankan citizen. This is our ultimate target, right? So I think Sudhashri can explain in Tamil.
எங்களது பொதுக்கல்வியினுடைய பெறுபேறு எவ்வாறாக இருக்கும், அதாவது நாங்கள் இந்த புதிய கல்வி சீர்திருத்தத்தினூடாக பொதுக்கல்வியிலிருந்து எங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கக்கூடிய அவுட்கம் எவ்வாறு இருக்கும், அந்த பெறுபேறு அந்த வெளியீடு எவ்வாறாக இருக்கும் என்று நாங்கள் எதிர்பார்க்கின்றோம் என்றால், இளம் தலைமுறையினர், அதாவது தன்னை பற்றியும் தன்னை பற்றி புரிந்து கொள்ளுதல் மற்றும் தன்னை தானே முகாமை செய்து கொள்ளுகின்ற திறன்கள் கொண்ட நாடு, சமூகம் என்பவற்றை விரும்பக்கூடிய, நுணுகி ஆராய்ந்து சிந்திக்கக்கூடிய, பிரச்சனைகளை தீர்ப்பவராக, அதாவது பிரச்சனைகள் எவ்வாறு தீர்ப்பவராக இருப்பார் என்றால் புத்தாக்க திறனாக, புது வழியில் சிந்திப்பவராக, ஒரு முயற்சியாண்மை மனப்பான்மையில் சிந்திப்பவராக, தனது புதிய அறிவினை பயன்படுத்தி கொண்டு, அதாவது பிரயோகம் மற்றும் பயன்பாடுகளை கருத்தில் கொண்டு நேர்மறையான சிந்தனை கொண்டவராக, என்னால் முடியும் என்ற மனப்பான்மை கொண்டவராக, நேர்மையான திறந்த வெளிப்படை தன்மைகள் கொண்ட ஒரு மனப்பான்மை உடையவராக, ஒரு மானிட பண்புகள், மானிட நேயம் நிரம்ப பெற்ற உண்மையான நிஜ உலகத்துடன் தொடர்புபட்ட வகையில் ஒரு சிறந்த வினைத்திறனான தொடர்பாளராகவும், ஒரு குழுவில் அங்கத்துவம் வகிக்கக்கூடிய தன்மை கொண்ட, தலைமைத்துவம் கொண்ட, டிஜிட்டல் ஸ்கில்ஸுடன் கூடியவராக, அவற்றுடன் செயலாற்றக்கூடியவராக, 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டு மற்றும் இந்த 4ஆம் தொழிற்துறை புரட்சியின் சவால்களை எதிர்கொள்பவராக, அதாவது உள்நாட்டு மற்றது உலகளாவிய சூழமைவில் தானே சுயமாக இயங்கி கற்பவராக, நாட்டினுடைய தேசிய அபிவிருத்திக்கும் சமாதானத்துக்கும், நிலைபேறான தேசிய அபிவிருத்திக்கும் சமாதானத்துக்கும் பங்களிப்பு செய்பவரான ஒரு பொறுப்பு வாய்ந்த இலங்கை பிரஜை ஒருவரை விருத்தி செய்வதே எங்களுடைய இந்த புதிய கல்வி சீர்திருத்தத்தின் கல்வியிலிருந்து நாங்கள் எதிர்பார்க்கின்ற எங்களுடைய கற்றல் பெயராக அமைகின்றது.
සිංහලත් මම පොඩක් කියන්නම්. අපේ සාමාන්‍ය අධ්‍යාපනයෙන් එළියට එන දරුවා තමන්ව තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන්, තමන්ව කළමනාකරණය කරගන්න පුළුවන් දරුවෙක් වෙන්න ඕන. එහෙම අය හැදෙන්නේ නැහැ දැන්. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට තරහා ගියාම දාලා යනවා, තරහා ගියාම ගහ ගන්නවා නේද? ඊට පස්සේ loves the country, society. තමන්ගේ රටට, සමාජයට ආදරය කරන, critical and resolve the problem, විචක්ෂණශීලීව හිතන්න පුළුවන්, ගැටලු විසඳන්න පුළුවන්, නිර්මාණශීලී නවෝත්පාදක චින්තනයෙන් යුතුව ව්‍යවසායකත්ව මනසක් සහිත පුද්ගලයෙක් වෙන්න ඕන. ඒකම අලුත් දැනුම, අප්ඩේටඩ් දැනුම ප්‍රායෝගික විදිහට ගැටලු විසඳීමට පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕන. පොසිටිව් ධනාත්මක හිතන can do අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන ආකල්පය තියෙන, who is honest, open and transparent, අවංක, විවෘත සහ අනික් සියලු දෙනාටම දැනගත හැකි පරිදි විවෘතව වැඩ කරන transparent පුද්ගලෙක් වෙන්න ඕන. ඒ humanistic and authentic approach එක මානව දයාවෙන් සහ එදිනදා ජීවිතයට සම්බන්ධ වූ විදිහට ඒවා ගැටලු විසඳන්න පුළුවන් ඕන. හොඳ effective communicator කෙනෙක් වෙන්න ඕන. හොඳ සංනිවේදකෙක් වෙන්න ඕන. හොඳ කණ්ඩායම් වශයෙන් වැඩ කරන්න පුළුවන් නායකත්වයේ තියෙන, digital skill එක තියෙන, ready to face with the 21st century and fourth industrial challenges, සික්කුණ සේවාසේස ආතුරණ කාර්මික විප්ලවයට ගැලපෙන දරුවෙක්, ඒකම දේශීය සහ ගෝලීය challenges බාරගන්න කැමති, self-directed learner, ස්වයං අභිප්‍රේත ඉගෙනුම්කරුවෙක්, who can contribute to the sustainable national development, තිරසාර ජාතික සංවර්ධනයට ක්‍රියාශීලීව දායක වෙන්න පුළුවන්, responsible Sri Lankan citizen. වක්කීමෙන් යුතු ප්‍රායෝගික දරුවෙක්. ඉතින් මේ ටික තමයි අපි අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ. මෙන්න මේව දරුවෙක්. ඒතකොට මේ දරුවාට ලකුණු 100ක් දෙනවා නම් දැන් එන අධ්‍යාපනය ගැන දරුවාට ලකුණු කීයක්ද දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලකුණු දාලා බලන්න. මෙන්න මේ දරුවා තමයි අපි හදන්නට ඕන. ඒ නිසා මේ ඔක්කොම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මතක තියාගන්න බැරි නිසා we have national aims of general education 6. අපි ඔක්කොම 6කට summarize කරලා තියෙනවා. An active contribute to the national development. ජාතික සංවර්ධන ක්‍රියාශීලීව දායකවන අයෙකු, an effective and efficient employee or smart self-employee, සඵලදායී සහ කාර්යක්ෂම සේවකයෙකු හෝ ස්වයං රැකියාදාරයෙකු. ඒ කියන්නේ smart රැකියාදාරයෙකු. Most important thing is an entrepreneur or person with an entrepreneurial mindset. ව්‍යවසායකයෙකු ව්‍යවසායකත්ව මනසක් සහිතක් කියලා මම කිව්වේ. විදුලපති ගුරුතුමා ව්‍යවසායකත්ව මනසක් තියලා නම් ඒගොල්ලෝ ප්‍රශ්න විසඳනවා. රටේ ප්‍රශ්න, ආයතන වල ප්‍රශ්න. A patriotic citizen, රට ආදරය කරන අය. ඒ කියන්නේ no matter Tamil, Sinhala or Muslim, we should love our country and we should carry our Sri Lankan flag. Then good human, මොනවද බතරන්නේ හොඳ මිනිස්සෙක් නෙවෙයි. A good human should be there, a member of a happy family, සතරෙන් ජීවත් වෙන පවුලක සමාජිකයෙක්. Because now our divorce rate is very high, so our marriage life is broken. For a very good example, when the cameraman brings the album of the wedding, they are divorced. That's just speed. නිසා මෙන්න මේ aims 6 තියෙන ගුණාංග තියෙන 6 තියෙන දරුවෙක් හදන්න තමයි තියෙනවා. අපි යාපත් පුරවැසියෙක් කියවල we don't understand what is it. Now you can easily understand the end results. This is the type of person we are trying to produce.
நாங்கள் எதிர்பார்க்கின்ற கற்றல் பெறுகளாக காணப்பட்ட இந்த அனைத்து விடயங்களையும் நாங்கள் 6 பிரதான இலக்குகளாக அறிமுகப்படுத்தி இருக்கின்றோம். அதாவது முதலாவது, நாட்டின் அபிவிருத்திக்கு உயிர் துடிப்புடன் பங்களிப்பு செய்யக்கூடிய ஒரு நபரை வெளியிடுதல், விருத்தி செய்தல். அடுத்ததாக, ஒரு வினைத்திறனும் கொண்ட ஒரு ஊழியர் அல்லது ஒரு சுயமாக தொழில் செய்யக்கூடிய ஆற்றல் கொண்ட ஒருவரை உருவாக்குதல். அடுத்ததாக, புதுமை படைக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு நபர் அல்லது புத்தாக்க மைண்ட் செட், அதாவது சிந்தனை போக்குடன் கூடிய புதுமை படைக்கும் சிந்தனை போக்குடன் கூடிய ஒருவரை விருத்தி செய்தல். அடுத்தது, தன்னுடைய நாட்டுக்கு அன்பு செலுத்தக்கூடிய ஒரு பிரஜையை உருவாக்குதல். ஒரு சிறந்த மனிதநேயம் மிக்க ஒரு நல்ல மனிதரை உருவாக்குதல். இறுதியாக, தன்னுடைய குடும்பத்தில் மிக மகிழ்ச்சிகரமாக வாழுகின்ற ஒரு அங்கத்தவராக ஒருவரை விருத்தி செய்தல். இவ்வாறான 6 பிரதான இலக்குகளின் கீழ் இந்த புதிய கல்வி சீர்திருத்தத்தினுடைய இலக்குகள் அமைகின்றன.
Okay. Our friend Mr. T.S. Vitarachi has proposed me to our definition, not a youth, but should be young. Yes, agreed, but we have included university also. If we include university also, you can say young and youth. We can change it. Yes, thank you. Then, if you have any suggestions, yes, you can suggest. So, education reforms nutshell, these are the main keywords in the education reforms. No child left behind, every child should succeed. Identify innate capabilities and help them achieve their expectations. Less teaching, more learning. Learner and learning centered and inquiry-based learning. Reduce the weight of the book bag and exam stress. Knowledge, skills, affectives, and mindset, 360-degree total child development, because we will do one more lecture soon. education for sustainable national development and sustainable peace, matching with the regional economy and personal preferences, 21st century skills, fourth industrial revolution, education 4.0, self-directed learner, lifelong learner, technology, blended learning, collaborative learning, authentic learning, all these keywords, you know that, knowledge and skills, and resolve the problems in innovative and creative manner. So now you don't have to explain all these things. I have given more things here. Finally, I will show you this lecturing versus project-based, problem-based learning is this. Then we have to do the right thing in right way. Effectiveness, do the right thing. Efficiency, do the things right. Right? So we can do the right thing in wrong thing. The right way in wrong way. So our challenge is to do the right thing in right way. Effectiveness is the sapaladaitave. Efficiency is the karyakshamatave. Hari de kirima, hari vidyata kirima. So hari de, hari vidyata kirima is our challenge. At the same time, we can do wrong thing in right way, or right thing in wrong way, or wrong thing in wrong way. Now, I will ask you a question. In our education system, what are we doing? In 21st century, are we doing the right education system now for 21st century student and matching with the 21st century challenges, fourth industrial revolution, and supporting the local development? So most of the people says no. So what is the reason? Our mindset and paradigm. This is a new word for you. Mindset and paradigm. Chintana Mandala and Susamadasha or Stapita. Mindset is Chintana Mandala. Paradigm is Stapita or Susamadasha. If our mindset and paradigm, M and P, is outdated, we do wrong things believing it is correct. Lifelong learning or self-directed learning is the key. Unfortunately, since our mindset and paradigm is older, still we are delivering the 20th century education for the 21st century student. Curriculum is outdated, teaching learning is outdated, assessment is outdated. The reason is our mindset and paradigm is outdated. So that is the question. So I will introduce a new concept called mindset and paradigm. If our mindset and paradigm is outdated, believing it is correct, we do the wrong thing. What is happening in Sri Lanka is that our mindset and paradigm paranana, api hariyai setamin varadde karana. Yes, Darshan.
அதாவது இந்த விளைத்திறன் மற்றும் வினைத்திறன் என்ற எண்ணக்கருவு, அதாவது நாங்கள் சரியான விடயங்களை செய்தல் மற்றது சரியான முறையில் செய்தல் என்ற இரண்டு விடயங்கள் காணப்படுகின்றன. சரியான விடயங்களை சரியான முறையில் செய்ய வேண்டும். இப்போ எங்களுக்கு இருக்கின்ற தற்போது நிகழ்காலத்தில் இருக்கின்ற கலைத்திட்டம் சரியான ஒரு கல்வி முறையை வழங்குகின்றதா, அவை சரியான ஒரு வரையில் திட்டமிடப்பட்டு இருக்கின்றதா என்பது எங்களுக்குரிய ஒரு கேள்விக்குறியாக இருக்கின்றது. ஆகவே நாங்கள் பிழையான விடயங்களை சரியாக செய்வதும் சரியான விடயங்களை பிழையான வழியில் செய்வதும் இருக்கக்கூடாது. ஆகவே சரியான விடயங்கள் சரியான முறையில் செய்யப்பட வேண்டும் என்பது இந்த ஸ்லைட் காட்டுகின்றது. மற்றது இந்த என்னுடைய சிந்தனை போக்கு மற்றும் கருத்தியல், மைண்ட் செட் அண்ட் பேரடைம். பேரடைம்ங்கிறதுக்கு நாங்க கருத்தியல், கட்டளை, படிமங்கள் என்ற தமிழ் சொற்கள் காணப்பட்டாலும் கருத்தியல் பேரடைம் எங்கள்கிட்ட இருக்கின்ற கருத்து. ஆகவே எங்களுடைய சிந்தனை போக்கு இவை தற்போது மாற்றம் அடைந்திருக்கின்றன. நாங்கள் பழைய மரபு ரீதியான சிந்தனைகளில் இருப்பது தற்காலத்துக்கு பொருத்தமாக அமையாது. அவை அவுட்டேட்டட், அவை காலம் கடந்து காலாவதியாகியதாகத்தான் காணப்படுகின்றது. ஆகவே நாங்கள் எங்களுடைய சிந்தனை போக்கு மற்றும் எங்களுடைய கருத்தியல்கள் மாற்றமடைய வேண்டும். நாங்கள் பிழையான விடயங்களை சரியானவை என்று நம்பிக்கொண்டு இருக்கின்றோம். 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டுக்கு பொருத்தமான இந்த கலைத்திட்டம் அமையும் என்று நாங்கள் இருக்கின்ற கலை திட்டத்தை நம்பிக்கொண்டு இருக்கின்றோம். இதற்கு எவ்வாறு அவற்றை நாங்கள் நிவர்த்தி செய்தலாம் என்றால், வாழ்நாள் நீடித்த கற்றலினூடாகவும் சுய இயக்கத்தின் அடிப்படையிலான கற்றலினூடாகவும் எங்களுடைய சிந்தனை போக்கு மற்றும் கருத்தியல்களை மாற்றியமைத்துக் கொள்ளலாம்.
Okay, right. So please learn the new concept called M, mindset and paradigm. So there are two types of mindset according to the Carol Dweck book, Mindset, the new psychological of success, fixed mindset versus growth mindset. So teachers should have growth mindset, not the fixed mindset. Even the politician, leaders, principal, or even student. So let's develop not the fixed mindset, but the growth mindset. Then I will introduce a new model called KSAM, Total Human Capital Development Model. It was developed by me, Professor Ponnamperuma and Dr. Nanayakkara of the Monato University and the Colombo University in 2013. So to explain the 21st century human capital, the KSAM is the one we want. What is K? Stand for knowledge. They should have both theoretical and practical knowledge. Unfortunately, we have theoretical knowledge, but practical knowledge is very poor, except music, dancing, and agriculture, engineering student. So theoretical knowledge has to be nurtured, but on the top of that, practical knowledge is very important. So we have diploma holders in computer science, but they don't know how to handle computers. We have people who have driving license, but they cannot drive the car. Then theoretical knowledge is there, but practical knowledge is poor. Then the skills, 21st century skills, you know that. So we have to promote more and more 21st century skills. Then the affectives, attitudes and values. And I am introducing mindset and paradigm of how they pursue the world. So what they know is the knowledge. What can they do is the skills. How do they think and behave, affectives. And how do they pursue the world? Lens through which they see the world is mindset and paradigm. So today we need KSAM graduates, KSAM, but we produce only half K, theory only. So how are we going to change our education system to produce KSAM graduates? Yes. KSAM කියන එක දැනුම, theoretical knowledge, න්‍යායාත්මක දැනුම, ප්‍රායෝගික දැනුම කියන දෙකම තියෙන්නට ඕන. skills 21 වන සියවසේ හැකියාවල් අපි කිව්වා learning skills, life skills and literacy skills කියලා. affectives, ආවේදන, ආකල්ප සහ වටිනාකම, character and citizenship education, value education, ඊළඟට mindset and paradigm, මනෝරාම සහ සුසමාදාශ. මේක අලුතෙන් අපි ලංකාවට එකතු කරපු සංකල්පයක් දැන් ලෝකෙ පිළිඅර ගනිමින් තියෙනවා. නිසා 21 සියවසට ගැලපෙන්න KSAM graduates තමයි හදන්න ඕනේ. හැබැයි අපි අපේ අධ්‍යාපන ක්‍රමයෙන් බහුතරය හදන්නේ half K, කියන්නේ knowledge එකෙන් භාගයයි theoretical knowledge විතරයි. So how I go to change?
அதாவது இந்த மனித மூலதனம் ஒன்றினை விருத்தி செய்யக்கூடிய ஒரு மாதிரி ஒன்று பணிப்பாளர் நாயகம் கலாநிதி சுனில் ஜெயந்தன் அவர்கள் உட்பட சில ஆய்வாளர்களால் இந்த KSAM எனப்படுகின்ற ஒரு மாதிரி முன்வைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கின்றது ஒரு ஆய்வின் முடிவாக. இந்த KSAM என்பது என்பது அறிவு. அது ரெண்டு விதமாக இந்த அறிவு காணப்படுகின்றது. ஒன்று கோட்பாட்டு ரீதியான அறிவு, மற்றது பிரயோக ரீதியான அறிவு. தற்போதைய கலைத்திட்டத்தில் நடனம், சங்கீதம் போன்ற ஒரு சில சித்திரக்கலை போன்ற பாடங்களுக்கு பிரயோக அறிவும் வழங்கப்படுகின்றது. ஆனால் கோட்பாட்டு ரீதியான அறிவே மிக அதிக அளவில் வழங்கப்படுகின்றது. அது மட்டுமல்லாது அடுத்த விடயம் திறன்கள். இந்த திறன்கள், இந்த S என்பது திறன்களை குறிக்கின்றது. அது 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டு திறன்கள். A என்பது எஃபெக்டிவ் attitudes and values, அதாவது மனப்பாங்குகள், விழுமியங்கள் போன்ற விடயங்களை இது குறித்து நிற்கின்றது. M என்ற எழுத்து மைண்ட் செட் அண்ட் பாரடைம், அதாவது ஏற்கனவே குறிப்பிட்டது போல சிந்தனை போக்கு மற்றும் கருத்தியல் என்ற விடயங்களை உட்படுத்தியதாக அமைகின்றது. ஆகவே இந்த KSAM என்ற மாடலின் அடிப்படையில் தான் எதிர்காலத்துக்குரிய மனித மூலதனங்கள் உருவாக்கப்படுவதற்கு இது ஒரு மாதிரியாக கொள்ளப்பட வேண்டும்.
Okay, දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේක තේරෙනවා. එතන අපි හදන්න ඕන KSAM graduateලා මේක තමයි National Education Commission එක පිළි අරන් තියෙන මොඩල් එක. ඒ අනුව තමයි විශ්වවිද්‍යාල සහ සියලුම ආයතන දරුවන් හදන්නට ඕන. මේ KSAM කිව්වට කාටවත් තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ මොකද්ද මේ දරුවා කවුද කියලා. එහෙනම් අපි බලමු කොහොමද මේක තවදුරටත් ප්‍රායෝගික කරගන්නේ කියලා. අපි අලුත් මේ පැරඩයිම් එක ගැන කියනකොට පැරඩයිම් thoughts, understanding, behavior, habits, way of life. නිසා මේ අලුත් KSAM දරුවා හදන්න සමස්ත වෙනසකට භාජනය කරන්නට ඕන. අපි හිතන විදිය අපි ඒක තේරුම් ගන්න ඕන. ඒක අපි එදිනදා භාවිතා කරලා ඒක පුරුද්දක් වශයෙන් කරගෙන අපි ජීවිතේ කොටසක් බවට පත් කරගන්න ඕන. ඒ නිසා මේ KSAM මොඩල් එක කොහොමද එක් කරගන්නේ කියන එක තමයි අපි ඔයගොල්ලන් අහන්නේ. ඒකට අපි ක්‍රමවේද හදාගන්න. එතකොට paradigm shift කියවා ගොඩාක් දේවල් technological shift, media shift, network, era, century, education, industrial revolution, teaching learning, generation, 90 degree versus 360 ආදි වශයෙන් ලොකු වෙනස්කම් රාශියක් කළා තියෙනවා. ඒ ඔක්කොම අපිට වැදගත් වෙනවා. ඒ නිසා well rounded person අර අංශක 360 දරුවෙක් හදන්න තමයි අපිට අවශ්‍ය. ඒ නිසා මෙන්න මේ දරුවා තමයි අපි හදන්න යන්නේ. අංශක දැනට හදන්නේ අපි මේක ඔරලෝසුවේ you should think as the watch or clock 2, 3, 6, 9. So at present we produce only 90 degree theoretical knowledge oriented person. මේ සිට අංශක 90ක න්‍යායාත්මක දරුවෙක් තමයි හදන්නේ. We have to add the practical knowledge, this 90 degree, then the skills, 3 L's or learning skills, life skills, literacy skills, 21st century skills, ඒකට තව 90ක් අංශක 90ක්, then affectives and attitudes and values and mindset and paradigm. මේ ඔක්කොම තියෙන දරුවෙක් තමයි අපි හදන්න ඕන. ඒ දරුවා හදන්න තමයි අපි රිෆෝම් එක කරන්නේ. That is a very important aspect. Now you should understand. So therefore in the exam, in the school, we should check whether this 360 Darua is coming. Yes.
தற்போது இந்த கலைத்திட்டத்தினூடாக 360 பாகையால் இடையில ஏற்பட்ட தடங்களுக்கு வருந்துகின்றோம். 360 பாகை அளவு கொண்ட ஒரு மாணவரை உருவாக்குவது தான் இந்த புதிய கலைத்திட்டத்தினுடைய இலக்காக இருக்கின்றது. அதாவது ஒரு கடிகாரத்தினுடைய போக்கை நாங்கள் எடுத்துக்கொண்டால் 3, 6, 9, 12 என்ற அடிப்படையில் இந்த கடிகாரத்தினுடைய அமைப்பு காணப்படுகின்றது. ஆகவே 90 பாகை கொண்ட கோட்பாட்டு அறிவிலான மாணவர்களை உருவாக்குவதாக இருக்கின்ற கலைத்திட்டம் இருப்பதை விட இந்த திறன்கள், விழுமியங்கள், மனப்பாங்குகள், மற்றது பிரயோக ரீதியான அறிவு, இவற்றை அனைத்து விடயங்களையும் உள்ளடக்கிய முழு 360 பாகையால் நிரம்ப பெற்ற ஒரு மாணவரை உருவாக்குவதே புதிய கலைத்திட்டத்தினுடைய நோக்கமாக அமைகின்றது.
So now we understand what is paradigm. Define the lens through which you view the world. ලෝකේ දකින්න lens එක තමයි අපි මාරු කරගන්න ඕනේ. So අපි තාම දකින්න 20 වසරේ විදිහට. So now you understand our paradigm is older. Therefore, believing it is correct, we do the wrong things. So for that, we have to introduce self-directed learning. So that is very important concept. Now I am going to introduce this equation. It is very important. 21st century and 4th industrial revolution ready human capital. විශේෂ කරන සේවාසට ගැලපෙන හතරවන කාර්මික විප්ලවයට ගැලපෙන මානව ප්‍රාග්ධනය equal 21st century human capital equal 3R, 3L, 2Cs and SDL. Now you know what is 3L, you know what is 3R sometime. Maybe 2Cs has to be defined and SDL, self-directed learning. So if you want to make a child with 21st century human capital, he or she already has reading and writing and arithmetic plus subject knowledge. That is the kid we are producing now. Our education system has been designed to produce 3R. The problem is we all are the product of 3R, but we are not geared to face with the 21st century and 4th industrial revolution challenges. So in other words, 3R kid is like a land phone. Land phone can dial only the numbers, right? Now even you and me don't use our land phones. අපිත් අපේ land phone එක පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැහැ ගෙදර. Right? What we need is a smartphone. So we have to change our education system to produce smartphones. Smartphone has a lot of capabilities, a lot of skills, a lot of things we can do. If you want to learn, you can learn through smartphone, but not the land phone. Because apps are there, videos are there, internet is there, all these things are there. So now we have to produce 3R kids as a smart kids. To make them smart kids, so to 3R we have to add 3 L's. These are the 3 L's. What are the 3 L's? Learning and innovative skills, literacy skills, life and career skills. Creativity, critical thinking and problem solving, creativity, innovation and entrepreneurship, collaboration and teamwork, communication are the 4 C's of learning skills. Innovative skills. Literacy skills, information literacy, media literacy, technological literacy, financial, digital, scientific and inclusiveness. Actually, I have added 2 more. So you have to make it 20 abilities. It is not 18, now it is 20. So there are 3R also literacies, but now you have to add IMT plus financial, digital, scientific and inclusive literacy. So you go to the web and learn this. The life and career skills, flexibility, leadership, initiativeness, productivity, and social and emotional learning. Understanding self, managing self, understanding others, managing relationships, responsible decision making are the key. Now you see, present education system doesn't produce 21st century skills much in the planned manner. So what we need is to produce that 21st century skills. Not only 21st century skills, but also character and citizenship skills are very important. Education is value education. Deliberated effort to cultivate civility, ethical behaviors, self-management, skills and personal attributes that our society values in this school graduates. So 2 C's are very important. So character and citizenship means one way character has to come from the family and parents and the school. Attitudes and values, good behavior, civic responsibility, healthy attitudes and towards themselves and others, and social and emotional learning. Then citizenship, right and responsibilities of the students, respect of cultural diversity and common values. So these CCE. So in other words, educating value-driven citizen, nation before community and society before self. Instead of Tamil, Muslim or Sinhala, we should think about the nation, Sri Lanka, or we should carry the Sri Lankan flag. Then the society before self. Not the self, but the society. But in our country, when you go to the station tomorrow or day after, they might on strike. Go to the hospital, they might go on strike. That is self first, not the society. So these are the very important characteristics we should inculcate through 2Cs. So finally, self-directed learning, or SDL, is very important. So I am now going to link up with KSAM with the 3R. Knowledge is the 3R, reading, writing, arithmetic per subject. Skills equal learning skills, life skills, or literacy skills, or the 21st century skills. Affectives is equal to character and citizenship, plus mindset equal to SDL, self-directed learning. So now you understand, we developed KSAM model in 2013, and today, or last year, 2022, we developed this equation. Now to understand how are we going to develop our 21st century human capital. So relationship with KSAM, in other words, cognitive, that is mean knowledge or head, psychomotor or skills or hand, affectives or attitudes and heart. On top of that, mindset and paradigm, mind is very important. So let's develop KSAM graduates using 21st century human capital model. That is my humble request. So I think time has passed. Now already 12:32. Let's meet again, and I will tell Sudarshini to do the final talk.
இறுதியாக எங்களுடைய ஒரு சமன்பாட்டை ஒன்றினை எங்களுடைய பணிப்பாளர் நாயகம் அவர்கள் முன்வைத்திருந்தார்கள். அதாவது 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டுக்குரிய மனித வளம் எவ்வாறு இருக்க வேண்டும் என்றால் 3R, அதாவது ரீடிங், ரைட்டிங், அரித்மெட்டிக் என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்ற இந்த 3R எனப்படுகின்ற இந்த விடயம் 3L, அதாவது லேர்னிங் ஸ்கில், லிட்ரஸி ஸ்கில் அண்ட் லைஃப் ஸ்கில் என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்றது 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டு திறன்கள். 2C கேரக்டரிஸ்டிக் அண்ட் சிட்டிசன்ஷிப் என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்ற இந்த பண்பு கூறுகளை, மனப்பாங்குகளை, விழுமியங்களை கொண்ட அந்த கூறுகள். அடுத்ததாக சுயகற்றல் மற்றும் சுய நெறிப்படுத்தப்பட்ட கற்றலில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த SDL, செல்ஃப் டிரெக்டட் லேர்னிங், சுய இயக்கமாக தானாகவே தன்னுடைய கற்றலை நெறிப்படுத்தி கொண்டு செல்லக்கூடிய அந்த பண்பு. ஆகவே இவ்வாறான பண்புகளின், அதாவது இந்த சமன்பாட்டின் அடிப்படையில் தான் 21ஆம் நூற்றாண்டுக்குரிய மனிதவள மூலதனம், ஹியூமன் கேபிட்டல் அமைந்திருக்கும் என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்றது. ஆகவே எங்களுடைய இந்த புதிய கலை திட்டமும் கூட அறிவை மட்டுமல்லாமல் இந்த திறன்கள், இந்த பண்புகள், விழுமியங்கள், இவை அனைத்தையும் கொண்டதாக தான் அவ்வாறு அமைந்திருக்கும் என்று எதிர்பார்க்கப்படுகின்றது.
So thank you very much. Before we finalize, I would like to give you that homework which we were talking. So that, can you remember the first slide? This is the homework I give it to you. So as a student, you can get ready, and let's see. Yes, this is the homework. So we will make you as teams. So pretty soon, we will give you a date for presentation. Each and every student should know these things, right? Every student should know, and later on you can do a presentation as teams on a center-wise. So center coordinators also should understand all these things. I think today lecture is listened by the center coordinators also.
Yes.
Okay, I think center coordinators already have done these things. So therefore, this is the presentation given to you, and for that you are getting marks. Make it Laguda. So 21st century education, all these things. So we'll give you more details later, and get ready for this assignment. This is the first assignment. Then we will do the second lecture also. Darshini? Yes.
தற்போது நாங்கள் இன்றைய நாள் திசைமுகப்படுத்தலின் இறுதி கட்டத்தில் இருக்கின்றோம். உங்களுக்கு ஒரு வீட்டு வேலை ஒன்று தரப்படுகின்றது. இப்போ நாங்கள் இந்த காட்சிப்படுத்தப்பட்டிருக்கின்ற இந்த திறவு சொற்கள், அதாவது இந்த கீவேர்ட்ஸை பயன்படுத்தி நீங்களாகவே சில விடயங்களை, இவை தொடர்பான இந்த கீவேர்ட்ஸினை நீங்கள் இணையதளத்தில் சென்று நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொண்டு அவற்றை நீங்கள் குழுக்களாக பிரிந்து முன்வைப்பு ஒன்றினை செய்வதற்காக நீங்கள் வழிபடுத்தப்படுவீர்கள். உங்களுடைய பிரதேச மத்திய நிலை இணைப்பாளர்கள் மற்றும் தேசிய கல்வி நிர்வாகத்தின் இணைப்பாளர்கள் அந்த பணியினை உங்களுக்கு ஒழுங்குபடுத்தி வழங்குவார்கள். ஆகவே இந்த அனைத்து விடயங்களையும் நீங்கள் முன்வைப்பு செய்ய வேண்டும். உங்களுக்கு அதற்காக புள்ளிகள் வழங்கப்படும். அந்த புள்ளிகள் உங்களுடைய பெறுபேற்றிலும் இணைத்துக் கொள்ளப்படும். ஆகவே எவ்வாறு நீங்கள் குழுக்களாக பிரிக்கப்படுவீர்கள், அவை எவ்வாறு முன்வைக்கப்பட வேண்டும், எப்போது முன்வைக்கப்பட வேண்டும் என்று திட்டமிடப்பட்டு உங்களுக்கு அறிவிக்கப்படும். ஆனால் இந்த திறவு சொற்களை நீங்கள் அனைவரும் அறிந்தவர்களாக, இவற்றை நீங்கள் பரிச்சயம் கொண்டவர்களாக இந்த விடயங்களில் இருக்க வேண்டும் என்பதுதான் எங்களது எதிர்பார்க்கை. ஆகவே குழு முன்வைப்பு ஒன்றுக்காக நீங்கள் காத்திருங்கள்.
Okay, so thank you very much, and you can respond your response. Do you like this teaching learning methods, and how do you give marks to me? How are you going to assess me as a lecturer? I want you to respond. Is this method is good or we have to change? All these things are welcome, and see you again soon. And get ready to do this assignment. Then we will make groups, English medium, Sinhala medium, and Tamil medium, and you can do the presentations. For that, we will give you marks. If you have any questions, any ideas, you can ask those. But yes, my so, and there are some questions to be answered. Sir, can you give me the yesterday and today's presentation? But you know that channel NI. Go to the channel NI, so you can get orientation. Under orientation, you can get all these recordings. Any other questions can be asked? There are people who have not paid the what do you call 75,000 rupees, but they have paid 2,000. So send us your request. We will open for the registration or payments. Any other questions? IT? Sudarshini? Okay, thank you very much. Happy Stutuvantano, happy New General Tomata, Adjaksha Tomata, and technical team, IT director and his team, and media director and her team, and all our interpreter, Sudarshani. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. See you soon. So please communicate. Vanakkam, assalamu alaikum, good morning, Nari. Good morning and good afternoon.
ඇය ක්‍රියාශීලී න්‍යායාත්මක ප්‍රායෝගික හා මනෝවිද්‍යාත්මක ඉගෙනුම් අවස්ථා ලබා දෙමින් නව දැනුම ගවේෂණයට ශිෂ්‍යයන් යොමු කරයි. ප්‍රවීණ කතිකාචාර්යවරුන් අධ්‍යාපනඥයන්ගේ මඟ පෙන්වීමෙන් නවීන දේශනාගාර පුස්තකාල පහසුකම් සහිත ක්‍රියාකාරකම් බාධක ඉගෙනුම් ප්‍රවේශ ඔස්සේ සිංහල හා දෙමළ මාධ්‍යෙන් කුසලතාපූර්ණ ගුරු භූමිකාවක් ගොඩනගා ගන්න එක්වන්න ජාතික අධ්‍යාපන ආයතනය සමග.
විශිෂ්ට ගුරුවරු සියලුම පාඩම් හරියටම උගන්වන ඔන්ලයින් තක්සලාව Channel NIE කුසලතා පාදක ස්වයං ඉගෙනුමට මඟ පෙන්වන රජයේ අග්‍රගණ්‍ය අධ්‍යාපන සත්කාරය.